Welcome back, everybody. I apologize. It took me a little bit to get started. I barely survived Nashville. Oh man, I was pretty drunk. Hello, 911 Crow isn't streaming, and it's 7:29. His stream starts at 7:30. Look, I am hardly ever early. So that you can't do that. Hey Crow, how you been? Be honest with you, recovering from a really bad hangover. Yeah, so pretty much I don't think we stopped drinking in Nashville the entire weekend. I would basically so I would have a couple Bloody Marys in the morning. Midday have a few more drinks. Then at night have even more drinks, then more Bloody Marys in the morning. So yeah, I had a lot to drink, and I'm going to spend a lot of time at the gym working that all off. But how have you guys been? I guess there are some things I should address. While I was gone, there were some really stupid things happening in the James Charles situation. And if you follow me on Twitter, you probably saw some of my comments about it. But I'll give you the quick rundown. I'm not going to be pulling up the accusation or anything because it's really fucking stupid. But of course, Def Noodles jumped all over it because he's a very intelligent man, Def Noodles. In fact, I think Diorio said he was going to post something on his community tab about him. So I'll probably get that pulled up if it's there. But anyways, another accuser came forward about James Charles, and people immediately start going like, another minor, right? The guy's 18, right? And like I pointed out to some people, I saw other people pointing it out, and like people were like responding immediately with, what age was he when they started speaking? I'm like, oh my god, that's got nothing to do with it. That's got the accuser, right? And stop me if you've heard this one before, right? The accuser is a straight male who's a big fan of James Charles, which I don't fucking buy. I'm not trying to be a dick. I don't. But yeah, they're a big fan of James Charles, and apparently. James Charles hit them up on Snapchat, and they told James Charles that they're straight and they were not comfortable exchanging nudes. And James Charles continued to send them NSFW photos and talk about how they want to see their dingling, all this stuff, right? And I'm sitting there going, it's amazing, right? It's amazing how there was another accuser that came forward, right? And managed to screenshot everything. And I mean everything, right? They screenshotted the text messages, well, Snapchat messages. They screenshotted the photos, but the one thing they didn't screenshot was them telling James Charles that they're straight and uncomfortable. That was just, they got everything. They got everything except for that, right? And so people are like, oh, there's 6 people who come forward about James Charles. I'm like, out of every single person that's come forward with an accusation against James Charles, I am still waiting for the one, literally just one of them to come forward with a message where they say, I am X to James Charles, and James Charles continues to send them stuff, right? I mean, just one, literally just one person. Because there's like, what, 12 accusers now? 10? There's the number 10 now. Okay. There's 10 accusers now, right? All right. One. I just want to see one because it is becoming a disturbing pattern of behavior, right? It's become a disturbing pattern of behavior that we see so many individuals, right, come forward about James Charles, and none of them has that one damning message, that one damning image. And I'm starting to think there's something really shady going on, right? Like, wouldn't you guys think that something really shady is happening? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Here after Augie. What happened with Augie? What happened with Augie? JC is evil. He tries to turn straight men gay. Well, if it makes you feel better, you are born gay. Well, the thing is, this is the same accusation that what's his face? I think Jeffree Star tried to levy against James Charles way back, right? And that person said they were straight. It turns out they were bi or something, and they were totally okay with everything James Charles was doing until they got the chance to cancel him. Now someone else is making the same fucking claim. And I'm just like, you got to understand, right? If one person has already tried to pull that, right, and has had to come forward and admit that they made the entire thing up, you got to actually show me some pretty damning fucking evidence, right? Because at this point, there really hasn't been. And I'm just like, what fucking ever? What fucking ever at this point? Show me something. Show me something. So I heard Augie was streaming with 8 Thoughts, which we'll get into in a second here. Well, believe me, I want to talk about this entire thing. I do. But first, I said I was going to look it up. Diorio said he was going to put it in his community tab. I don't know if he did or didn't, but let's see that first, because I am very interested in this whole thing with Def Noodles. Here we go. Let me share this on screen, because at this point, oh, hey, 8 Thoughts backed out. Of course he did. Of course he did, dude. 8 Thoughts is fucked. 8 Thoughts is fucked right now. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Like, it doesn't surprise me. Okay, Def Noodles just completely botched a rape allegation. I'm aware at this point, most of you are aware he's a bad actor in the community after seeing the new video, but this seems to have entered another level. Say what you want about the flagrant targeting of YouTube sponsors on controversial figures like David or James Charles. This is different. So, actually, let me hide that just for a second, okay? Apparently in his crusade against James Charles, he has been viciously attacking anyone who is a sponsor of James Charles, right? Telling people where to find them, telling people where to target them. I mean, look, I understand if you really think James Charles did something bad and everything, but Defamation Noodles is going fucking scorched earth. Like, he just doesn't give a shit, right? And it makes sense to me, right? Because one of the videos I did prior to going on my little vacation for Jasmine's birthday was this thing with Trisha Paytas, right? Where Trisha Paytas has made several, and I mean more than one, illicit comment about a minor. And roughly like 7 years ago was with Shane Dawson groping a 16-year-old's ass, right? And when this whole thing came forward, Def Noodles shut his fucking mouth, right? Instead, he went after this Nikita Dragoon. I guess she's called Dragon, but she doesn't spell it right. Someone's going to call her Dragoon. But he instead made everything about Nikita Dragoon, which I don't know how you feel about that person. I know nothing about them, honestly. But I'm sitting there going like, you think, given that you're taking this like really fucking hard stance against content creators doing things with minors, that maybe you would make like one statement on the confirmed and totally did happen things that Trisha Paytas has done with minors and said about minors. But he shuts his mouth up because I guess the only person on YouTube that doesn't think the Defamation Noodles is a complete scumbag fucking cowardly little bitch is H3H3, and he knows not to bite the hand that fucking isn't slapping him across the face right now. So, you know, that was that was kind of funny. Anyways, let's read more. Today, a TikToker made a post about a situation pertaining to the currently 18 public figure Little Huddy. He, Chase, was staying at a hotel that was near his accuser's apartment during a tour 2 to 3 years ago. They were in Portland, Oregon at the time, and the two had been talking because they both found each other attractive. And she claims this aspect of their friendship was consensual. Little Huddy asked her to come out and meet him at the hotel. She entered his room and they allegedly had some sort of sexual interaction. The accuser claims she didn't say no. Well, I don't know how to so guys, she didn't say no. All right, let's read the reason. Okay, and I haven't read this before, but because she didn't want to seem annoying at the time, and because she didn't want Chase to tell his friends she didn't do it. After the tour, Chase ghosted / blocked her. She feels like she was used and betrayed by Chase. She publicly acknowledged that it's in no way Chase's fault for not knowing what she was feeling or going inside her brain because she didn't tell him. She says she did what she did with Chase because of a power dynamic. Eventually, Lil Huddy's team reached out to the accuser, and she promptly made the video private. Def Noodles reported on this allegation with the following caption. I'm probably blocked, so let me go incognito here, and I think it's the image she's already linked. Go to site. Oh, he deleted it. He deleted the tweet, guys. Well, here, I think he posted it. Serious sexual assault. TikToker alleges Chase Hudson, aka Lil Huddy, allegedly sexually assaulted her during the Lights Out TikTok tour. She says she felt powerless to say no because of his status. She adds after tour was over, Chase allegedly blocked her on all social media. Def Noodles made a clickbait tweet that implied 15 to 16-year-old Lil Huddy allegedly raped her. There is already an article citing this tweet. He added another tweet directly after it, walking it back with the following message. Okay, so is this one still up? Let's see. Come on, Def Noodles. You can't. I just want to see if he's... Nope, deleted that one too. God damn it. Def Noodles. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? The TikToker elaborated, saying it's not Chase Hudson's fault for not knowing what yada. We read that. Going through her head, but it is his fault for blocking her everywhere. She adds that made her feel used. Def News. Like, what the actual fuck? Sorry, guys. Let me see these super chats. I wasn't on here. I was reading through those comments. Condor Commentary, thank you for the 5. If you are not too well versed the lore of 8 Thoughts, let me know. I can help. Condor Commentary. Yes, I am not well versed on the 8 Thoughts lore. So if you're going to be on the stream tonight, I might have you join us in later after we watch the video. Or actually, I'll shoot you over a link now. Do I have you on? I'm pretty sure I have you on Twitter or Discord. So I'll shoot you over a link in a little bit. Let me finish with this story first about Def Noodles. And Seagull Says, thank you again for a 5. Internet doesn't forget defamation noodles. When will you learn? I think I'm honestly starting to feel a little bit bad, right? Because I'm starting to think Def Noodles may have a learning disability, because he seems to do the same shit over and over and over again, right? And he thinks that it's going to play out differently for him. But I'm looking at that and I'm going like, that is in no way a claim of sexual assault. Like, what the fuck? How did you get that to begin with, right? You like, I get he's 18 now, right? But at the time, the person was 15 to 16. So you just alleged that someone who was 15 or 16 years old raped somebody, right? That is fucking nuclear. That's fucking nuclear, dude. And the girl is essentially upset because the person slept with her and then didn't want to do anything else with her. I am getting actually a little frustrated that people think that fucking matters. Look, ladies, right? I know you might not understand this, right? But you do not sleep with somebody that you want to have a relationship with, right? You don't do it. Don't give me some bullshit about power dynamic. You have a fucking choice. It's your fucking body. Don't fucking sleep with them if you're trying to have a relationship with them. Because once you give it up, right? And some guys are only interested in sex, and if you give it to them immediately, they move on. Hate to say it. That's some guys are fucking pricks. Let's complain. Thank you for the super chat. Ugh. These fake allegations are going to hurt real victims. I mean, this is a bullshit allegation, right? This is fucking stupid as shit. Holy fuck. Anyone with half a brain seeing this story and being remotely charitable would instantly come to the conclusion that what she alleges here is not sexual assault in any capacity. This is a situation between two minors, and the accuser admits it's not Chase's fault because he literally had no idea. Exaggerating and shining a light on lukewarm allegations in this hyperbolized manner trivializes sexual assault and sexual abuse. It's also clearly shrouded in this power dynamic bias garbage that Twitter is desperately trying to force people to conform to. Pretending meeting a 15 to 16-year-old TikTok star at a hotel and wanting to impress his friends is the same as a boss-to-employee power dynamic is disingenuous and pretty offensive to me personally when used on someone who was literally a 15 to 16-year-old child at the time. I don't want someone who lives his life in Ethan Klein's back pocket and someone who is frankly this stupid being the voice of victims in this community. He seems to have gone completely nuclear since my video released. This could be because of me, but more likely it's because his Twitter account has gained a significant following in the last 2 weeks. Either way, implying a kid raped someone isn't harmless clickbait, it's degeneracy. This kind of behavior is extremely dangerous, and the way Def Mills is using his account is extremely irresponsible. And I agree with every fucking word of that. I agree with every fucking word of that. Defamation Noodles is garbage, fucking garbage. And that you would, guys, what you have is a girl, right, who's upset that the person she slept with didn't want to be boyfriend, girlfriend with her, right? And so he ghosts on her. And so Defamation Noodles puts it out there that a 15 to 16-year-old used a power dynamic to sexually assault her. That man is garbage. That, like, you want to talk about people who are a danger on the platform and shit? Yeah, Defamation Noodles is a fucking danger on the platform. That is nuts. That is fucking insane. The dude should not have a fucking platform. Because we're going to talk about, like, James Charles being irresponsible and gross as shit, right? Being an internet fuckboy who regularly gets fucking trapped, right? And by trapped, I mean, at this point, if you have 10 accusers and none of them, not a single fucking one of them can show one message where they go, I'm a minor, and James Charles is like, I don't care, right? None of them. At that point, what you have is an irresponsible fuckboy, right? But you want to play that man's a fucking danger when it's pretty clear, at least some of those individuals, right, know exactly what they're fucking doing, right? Then I put it forward that Defamation Noodles saying that a 15 to 16-year-old, right, that a 15 to 16-year-old raped somebody because they didn't want to be boyfriend, girlfriend, I think that person's also a fucking danger to have on any type of fucking platform. I'll die on that fucking hill. Anyways, guys, welcome Sen to the stream.
Yo, what's up?
Real quick, I got to read the super chat. Sorry. Seagull Says, thank you so much. The power dynamic argument started out as a goalpost shift, and now it's the go-to, with every single person who uses it refusing to accept that both parties have their own agency and responsibilities. I mean, look, I'll put it like this. A power dynamic does exist in certain areas where it is very fucking disgusting, right?
Mm-hmm.
A boss and employee, as Nicholas DeOrio said, right? If you are someone's boss and they're your employee and you use your power over them to get sexual favors, that's actually fucking illegal, right?
Yeah.
That's a fucking crime, okay?
Yeah.
But then to say that, oh, because this girl, right, she didn't want his friends to know they didn't sleep together, that he used a power to, like, that's nuts. That's fucking insane.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how the internet just kind of, they fuck around with words a lot, right? And then they don't understand them properly and they don't apply them. And this power dynamic thing, I've been hearing it a lot. I've actually been seeing people use it in like the weirdest ways possible, right? Like they don't even, it doesn't even like, I think it's just a buzzword at this point, and they just say, oh, it sounds cool. I hear this person say it. I'm just going to use it and apply it anytime. And I don't think that's very
Well,
responsible.
I
You
think
know?
the reason why is because of the Carson situation, right? They didn't have the fucking goods on Carson, right? And
Yeah.
everybody said like a 19-year-old and a 17-year-old doesn't mean shit to them. So they changed it to being a power dynamic. And now
Mm-hmm.
you have these 8-brained fucking morons on Twitter, right? Who got no ability to think critically, right? Who just want to join the hate mob, grab a fucking pitchfork and just burn somebody down, right?
Yeah.
They just jump and say power dynamic, power dynamic. Power dynamic doesn't mean shit, right? It doesn't mean anything bad happened, right? It just means that they couldn't prove an actual sexual assault occurred. But that's the new buzzword. That's the new that's the new thing, right? Just accuse them of power dynamic, right? It's the
Yep.
most meaningless fucking shit possible now, right? If someone
Mhm.
says power dynamic, what they really mean is I have no proof this person did anything wrong. That's how I read it.
Yeah. Oh man, you're talking about A Thoughts today and NickMercs, right? And how did Def Noodles come into this? What the fuck did he do? He
Oh,
blocked me. I can't see shit.
I was following up on the James Charles stuff that I missed while I was gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to start off with that, but now let's get into the this shit with with 8 Thoughts now. First,
I
I
heard
want
he
to
goofed up today. I was watching Tommy and already goofed up.
I would say he more than goofed up. Like
Oh shit, it's that bad? Okay.
it's really bad. Oh my goodness. I really have to thank or for something. Uh okay, all right. So Nick, I guess I don't know where to start with this stuff with 8 Thoughts, right? Because there's obviously the big story with Drift0r, right? And that's the one that matters, okay? But what got Drift0r to come forward about all this stuff about 8 Thoughts was the situation with NickMercs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you kind of familiar with what's going on there?
Yeah, a little bit. I was watching Augie's stream just now before it ended. Or I don't even know if it ended, but before I popped in here. So it was NickMercs really went off on Tipster. That's the main thing I was getting at. I was like, he false flagged people, right? He sent and then he was trying to frame it like, oh, I'm allowed to do this, and this is harassment, and this is why I did this, and he was justifying it and all this shit, right? But I think things might be better though, because Tipster apparently got followed by him after the stream.
I mean,
So
look,
I don't
I'll
know
put
what
it.
that says.
I don't know what that says either. Okay, but let me be very clear. NickMercs is a piece of shit, fucking whiny ass crybaby, right? NickMercs got so ass mad, right? And I mean extremely ass mad that 8 Thoughts made fun of his thumbnails that he decided to false flag him, right?
Oh God.
Yeah,
Really?
that's
Just
yeah.
that?
The
That's it?
situation with 8 Thoughts and Drift0r is completely removed from the situation between 8 Thoughts and fucking NickMercs, except for the fact that when it was happening, that's what caused Drift0r to want to come forward because he didn't like that people were taking 8 Thoughts as a victim, right?
Uh-huh.
Eight
Yeah,
Thoughts
okay.
is 8 Thoughts is not a victim. Okay, 8 Thoughts is a human piece of shit from
Mm-hmm.
everything that was presented by Drift0r, but that doesn't excuse NickMercs from false flagging because he was so whiny ass mad over his fucking thumbnails being criticized. Hey,
Yeah.
John, what's up, Clout Man?
What's
So
going on?
how's it going? How's it going, Clout Man? Did you bring
How,
your
how
clout?
y'all doing?
I'm chilling, dude.
Right
You
here.
know.
So I
Right here.
didn't see the stuff between NickMercs and Tipster. I had to work today, and
Oh
catching
yeah,
up from not being here on the
he was
weekend.
shitting all over Tipster. Oh my God. I caught some of the shit he said. And I mean, one even Augie said though this one thing. I think he called him Burger Neck or something. He said that was funny, And Tipster
Really
seemed to
like-
be taking it on the chin too. Like he's like, okay, that was funny, but so
I mean, it's fucked up because all Tipster did was point out that NickMercs was being a whiny ass crybaby and false flagging, which is true, right?
Well,
yeah.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
In Tipster's video, I mean, he did go pretty aggressively at it, but I understand why. Because I mean, look, YouTube, unspoken rule. Everybody knows
Don't
how
flag
people on this platform. On this platform, we all know how we feel about false flagging. Nobody likes it, and especially if you're somebody that you've cut your teeth on another platform and you come do it here. Like the guy said in his video, right? The NickMercs guy said, he said, "Oh, stay in your own lane." Okay, well, stay in your own fucking lane too. You know what I mean? And don't come over here and false flag fucking videos. I mean, I understand.
Well, he was John. He was justifying it with like, "Oh, I have been staying on my own lane. I was doing my own thing, but you came here and now you're doing this, so I had to do this." So he was trying to justify his whole flagging.
Yeah, I heard him do that. And here's the thing. Here's what I heard, because I heard the follow up stuff that he said, and one of the follow up things that he said. Now he's using a lot of the reasons that, after the fact, after what he initially said, he's using all these other reasons as to why he feels justified in doing it. Which, whatever, I mean, if that's the game you want to play, you're welcome to do it.
Yeah.
One thing that he said that I thought that was pretty telling though today, and this was today. This is not what he said last night. What he said today when he addressed it was, that 8 Thoughts. Oh, you had people come over and send me pictures of dicks and stuff, and I thought that was hilarious. When I heard that, I thought that was actually kind of funny. But here's the thing. Now, if that's true, which I don't know if it is or isn't, okay. I don't know if 8 Thoughts was actually telling people to go do that or not. You know what I mean? Then yeah, that's not right. He shouldn't be doing that. And that would now, because of how YouTube's rules have changed, that would probably fall in line. Well, I shouldn't say it probably would. It is a violation of terms of service now.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be doing that. If he was doing that, which I don't know, I haven't seen any evidence to suggest that 8 Thoughts was doing that, at least not that's been presented yet. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. Maybe he did do that. Maybe he didn't. I don't know if he did. But that's what NickMercs is claiming, right? He's saying, "Oh, you were having your fans come over here and spam dicks at me and stuff like that."
On Twitter, right? Yeah.
Yeah, on Twitter, whatever. And I don't know.
Do you think it was on the video? Do you think it was on the original video or no?
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it was on the video, but that's the thing. I think that video was deleted, wasn't it? The 8 Thoughts video.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, nope, that's the thing, and nobody seems to have it, which is weird because everybody saves everything. So that's why
it
I'm
should
saying,
be archived somewhere.
Yeah, I would think that.
Sorry. Let me read this super chat. I don't mean to interrupt you, John. Seagull Says, "Thank you so much. Post hoc justification is peak cringe, and NickMercs has the gall to call Tipster cringe. Horseshoe theory is real." Yeah. Well, I look, man. I look at this NickMercs guy and just go like, it seems to me, right, that everybody knows what he did was wrong, right? And rather than just fucking owning it and saying like, "Look, I made a mistake, but 8 Thoughts is still a piece of shit, and I don't think he should be on the platform," I wouldn't have an issue with that statement, right? I wouldn't, right? Because 8 Thoughts is a piece of shit, right? And the stuff that went on with Drift0r is proof of it. But not being able to fucking acknowledge that what you did was fucking wrong is just ridiculous.
See, what's crazy?
Ridiculous.
He's cool with Tipster now, by the way.
Well, I mean, that's lovely. It doesn't mean that NickMercs is a good fucking person.
So here's the crazy thing about the 8 Thoughts thing too, and I think we talked about it last night. Crow, I don't know if you saw when me and Aura were talking about it, but basically, it's crazy because when all that shit kicked off, I'm like, 8 Thoughts, the same fucking guy that fucking had somebody roll up to fucking Drift0r's house, like people forgot. It's like people forgot it. Drift0r bringing it back up again. Is what basically kind of. I'm not saying people have completely turned against 8 Thoughts, but it's kind of like it makes people feel less bad for him, probably. But the thing is, it's interesting how all this is playing out, right? In less than 24 hours, then people are back like, oh, but 8 Thoughts. And it's just so weird to me because, look, 8 Thoughts is, I don't know if he has an actual condition. That's what's claimed. That's what apparently he's claimed. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. I can't say one way or another if the dude legit has any kind of condition. I don't know him. I don't speak to him. If he does, that sucks, right? That sucks. I don't think using the argument that, there should be pity for him because he does. No, because if you're still out there doing stuff that is messed up, it's going to come back and bite you.
Yeah.
It just is. You know what I mean? If you're violating terms of service, and one can make the argument maybe he did. Now, the way NickMercs handled it, he handled it very poorly. You know what I mean? And actually outright saying like, oh, yeah, we took him down the way we should and blah, blah, blah. Because initially it sounds like he was just pissed off about the thumbnails. But I think even more so, maybe not even the thumbnails. I think it was more the fact that people on Twitter were sending him, or saying dick shit to him. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what probably bothered him more than actually the criticism of the thumbnails. That's just my opinion, though. Because he mentioned that today, like, oh, you sent people to send dicks to me. And it's just, you know what I mean? So maybe that's what he's really upset about. You know what I mean? Is the fact that people were trolling him after the fact. You know what I mean?
And don't get me wrong, right? Like, if the trolling was even a fraction of the level of what was going on with Drifter, I would understand it, right? But it's not. It's fucking not. This dude is.
Didn't Drifter get like doxxed or swatted or some shit?
Okay, the Drifter stuff is nuts, and we'll watch his video because it's worse than the fucking. What happened with him, man, is so much fucking worse than just doxing and swatting.
The Drifter thing isn't new though. That happened last year. Everybody was talking about it last year, dude. Why do you here?
Well, I think the reason why is because he's got actual proof that 8 Thoughts was very aware of what Drifter was of what was going on with Drifter, right? Because at the time he tried to play it off like this mod of his or this admin of his, right? They're not that close. He told him to stop multiple times, but also Drifter's a pussy for calling the cops, right? But when you understand that 8 Thoughts had to have been very fucking aware of the actions of his admin, right? It puts new context on these comments that he was making at the time, right? Because like, look, if you've got this Blue guy, 8 Thoughts and Blue were both present when they decided to prank a suicide hotline for fucking veterans, right? Okay. So, all right. Let me just say what happened. Blue called a veterans hotline, right? Well, 8 Thoughts was present, right? And fucking couldn't stop laughing. They called up this veterans hotline and used Drifter's address when Blue pretended to be a fucking veteran who was taking pills and talking about how he was going to go to his neighbor's house and that he was heavily armed and was going to do something to his neighbor for sleeping with his wife, right? That's what happened, okay? Now, look, we know what would happen if you called the cops and made a statement like that, right? He called a veterans hotline, which also got the cops involved because obviously they would have done that, right? And 8 Thoughts was there on the call, laughing, and when they hung up on the hotline, he's there laughing the entire time, not saying, "Oh, dude, you shouldn't have done that," right? 8 Thoughts knew all of that shit was going on, right?
Well, it's like.
Yeah.
It's like with the other stuff. It's like with the other stuff with Drifter when he was streaming. Instead of dissuading the guy from being there, like, dude, you should get the fuck out of there, go home, stop what you're doing. Actually, I'm going to stop streaming. The problem is that he kind of encouraged it and egged it on.
He was telling him to keep recording the entire time.
And he was simul streaming because he was streaming it on his stream. You know what I'm saying? While this guy was doing it. And he was talking to him while it was happening as well. So it's like, instead of dissuading him from doing it, he's egging him on, like, oh yeah, record that stuff, and like, you know, like, and laughing about it. And it's, see, look, people can try to be like, oh, but A Thoughts himself didn't actually do anything. Look, neither did Charles Manson, right? Charles Manson didn't actually get his hands dirty, but that didn't stop. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not an excuse. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. It's just like, yeah, you know, he might not be responsible, you know, because he wasn't like actively involved like that. But
I mean, fuck it. You can make the argument that he's not legally responsible, right? But fucking morally, he knew what his fucking admin was doing. He was encouraging it the entire fucking time. But like, we'll watch his video because we'll watch Drift0r's video here because I think it's the best way of getting all the context on this. But apparently, he's got more stuff coming out about 8 Thoughts, right? And 8 Thoughts ducking out of the interview with Augie.
Augie,
right?
yeah, he didn't show up.
Yeah, like, dude, like
that
was so fucking bitch. Like,
of
shit.
course it was.
Fuck?
And we'll check out
Drift0r went on with Tommy C.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we
and
had that video
and Tommy
too.
let him come on too. He was like, "Yo, 8 Thoughts can show up too whenever he wants." He didn't show up, and he gave Tommy the excuse that, "Oh, I'm gonna be in RFC," and didn't show up in RFC either.
Yeah,
oh.
Because like, what's he going to say? Like, at the end of the day, he used to be able to make the argument that he wasn't that involved, and he told his admin to stop multiple times, right? But I mean, that's clearly not fucking true. Given that you can see him there on the fucking suicide hotline prank call, like, fuck, man. Like,
the Charles Manson excuse doesn't work. The Charles Manson excuse doesn't work. It just doesn't. You know what I mean?
So Seagull Says just gave us a super chat. Thank you so much. The funny Austrian painter with the baller mustache didn't kill a single person with his own hands, so clearly he didn't do anything wrong. I mean,
well, this is what, like I said, this is what me and Ora were talking about yesterday in regards to this guy. Just imagine, okay, because of 8 Thoughts egging this kid on, right? This blue kid, that he actually does go up to Drift0r's door, which we don't know. I mean, he claims not because it's not on the video, but we don't know what happened before that video even started, right? That he could have been creeping outside for all we know. I don't know. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
But let's just say, for the sake of argument, because it's not on tape, we'll go by the tape, okay? Where the guy's in his car and the cops approach the car and all that. But let's just say he did go up to the guy's door, knock on that door, right? Yeah. There's a bit of an altercation. Maybe some words are exchanged. And Drift0r shoots the guy. You know what I mean? Because apparently Drift0r says he has guns. You know what I mean? So who's, you know what I mean? Who's responsible at that point? Well, look, nobody's going to blame Drift0r because the guy came to his house and he could say, hey, look, you know, I felt my life was threatened. This guy showed up. I don't know him. He was saying all sorts of shit. So I shot him. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to be mad at Drift0r because he is just like, well, Drift0r was protecting his home and his, you know, his wife and whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, when you look at the shit that fucking was going on, right? Like, apparently the dude went so far that this blue guy, 8 Thoughts admin, went so fucking far as to literally call fucking escorts to the guy's house on several occasions, right? And like, dude, like when he says in the video, the issue with that isn't so much like, oh, they showed up. It's the fact that you do that repeatedly. And he's going like, I didn't fucking call you. Like, there are pimps, right? Those guys are going to break his fucking door down. And, you know, it's not going to be fucking pretty, right? That's the sort of shit that they were doing to Drift0r. It was nuts. It was fucking nuts. They went way fucking overboard on this crap.
Yeah. It's just, look, it's that style of, you know, edgy, you know, just kind of shitlord type of content that really, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Look, I'm surprised that 8 Thoughts didn't get banned after that last shit, you know, with Drift0r, even though, like I said, he might have not been directly involved or violating terms of service at that time, considering how, you know, knee-jerk, you know, and how sometimes YouTube is in terms of pulling content. I'm surprised that, you know, enforcing the rules when they see fit, that nothing happened then. I was like, wow, he dodged that one. I don't know how. I mean, yeah, I guess it was no violation of terms technically. So he skated on that.
Well, I like how Drift0r also pointed out how YouTube and Twitch reacted to the situation, basically saying things like, "Oh well, we don't want to aggravate. We don't want to aggravate and have it turn violent." And I'm like, dude, no, like, fuck no. Like, I want to play this video here and actually go through everything. But before we do that, I gotta play this by the quartering. I've been waiting to play it. I've had it on screen for a little bit now.
Hi.
I'm NickMercs.
Yep, that's a grown man in a diaper. He recently opened a storefront for adults who want to act like babies in the Chicago suburbs called Tykables. This is video of the owner inside his business, from an 11-foot crib to a ball pit and adult diapers.
Not everybody has access to a nursery. So one of the things we wanted to do was provide one.
Hi.
Well, there we go. I've been waiting to do that. Sorry. That was perfect. That was fucking perfect. Okay. I want to go over 8 Thoughts like response on Twitter to some of this stuff, but I'll do that after we play Drift0r's video on him, because seeing his response to this, I would say it's pretty telling, right? Because he's kind of just trying to like blow the whole thing off like it's not that big of a deal. But the fact that he ducked out of Augie's stream, right? It's not that big of a fucking deal, right? And this guy's just like blowing a bunch of smoke and there's nothing there about you. Why would you duck out of doing the interview? Right? Like, why won't you just go on there and say that he's got nothing on me? The dude's just trying to fucking create drama, all that shit, right?
Because he's not prepared. He's not prepared to answer questions he's probably going to be asked that he doesn't have any kind of defense for. He probably doesn't have any receipts to defend himself with. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Or anything that anybody would believe. That would be my assumption. That's just an assumption, though. I'm just, assuming that's probably why.
I would say that that's very true. Guys, I know how hard YouTube has become a corporate people, all because of Lehman Brothers did suffering to New York Stock Exchange, how everything went happen. I had to pull that up because I have no clue what Oscar Wilde was trying to say there. None at all. I sometimes like to highlight comments like that.
I mean, Lehman Brothers is the reason why freaking Blockbuster really went out of business. So
I thought it was because they refused to take that deal with Netflix.
Nah, it's not because of that. I mean, Netflix is part of it, but it was really because freaking when Lehman Brothers failed, that pretty much was that was the kiss of death for Blockbuster. They had no capital back up their shit, so that's when everything tanked. But go ahead.
Here, I've been a full-time YouTuber for about 10 years now, and I am finally able to tell my story about getting doxxed, swatted, attempted murder, identity theft, harassed, and just a whole bunch of other crazy stuff, all coming from the YouTuber 8 Thoughts. It's been a long journey to get here. A criminal trial involving all of this just recently wrapped up, and I'm finally free to talk about it. I was kind of planning to do it later when my health was better, because stress is bad for you when you're sick, and also because I try to do like one dramatic thing at a time if possible. And an important legal disclaimer here in the very beginning of the video before we go much further. I am going to say in this video, 8 Thoughts did blah, 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 and Blue and 8 Thoughts did blah, 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 who's another important person. But I need to be very clear that 8 Thoughts himself personally did very little of this. He did not personally swat me very much or anything like that, but rather his friend, Discord admin, Twitch admin, video editor, and potential business partner, depending on who you want to believe, did do all of these things in coordination with 8 Thoughts, who recorded it, streamed it, enjoyed it, and I also have him recorded giving directions to this person. So basically what he did is kind of like what Donald Trump did with his lawyer. He would frequently speak through his lawyer for complicated things. In this case, he got another person that was willing to swat, threaten, dox, harass anybody that he wanted. And that other person would do all sorts of nasty things for him So when it comes times for legal consequences, right, it all blows back on that person, much less so on 8 Thoughts himself.
Okay, so read the super chat, and then I want to talk about that statement. No offense to Drifter, but I can smell the soy through my computer. Condor Commentary. Thank you.
True.
Look, I'll put it like this, right? I don't know who Drifter is. Okay,
Me neither.
I have to say that a lot, in the sense, like, I don't follow a ton of YouTubers, so take that for what it is. What I will say is, yes, I get it, but also I feel so bad for this guy, because the shit that he describes would probably drive most people insane, right?
Well, look, that's the other thing too. I don't know Drifter either. I only know about him because of the shit that went down. It was either last year or the year before, when that guy went over to Drifter's house. I can't remember exactly when, but that's the only reason I know. Because I don't know about Drifter either. I mean, I know he does like gaming content, I believe. That's about it. That's about the extent of what I know about him, but I don't know anything about him as a person. But you can go ahead with the video.
Yeah, I'm gonna speed it up a little bit too.
Damn, 26 minutes.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff he covers here, dude.
Whoa.
Yeah, let's speed it up.
And because of that, 8 Thoughts was never charged with a crime in the state of Texas, or any crime regarding anything that happened to me. Now, the other person got some interesting charges, and he got some jail time and pled guilty, and he's out on probation now.
Actually, I said I wanted to talk about this. So his response here is basically, 8 Thoughts legally didn't do anything criminal, but also he's the reason why this Blue guy, his admin, was doing all this stuff, which caused Blue to get arrested, right?
Yeah.
Now, I understand why that would be a tough case legally, but what he shows in this video, I think he makes the case pretty well, that at the very fucking least, 8 Thoughts was totally okay with everything his admin was doing, right?
Oh yeah, he was complicit. 100%. He was complicit. There's no way. Even if he said, because here's the thing, even if he was like, no, stop, don't do it. You know what I mean? He didn't really actively try to do anything to stop it. You know what I mean?
No, fuck. I mean, he was there in the fucking calls when it was going down.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why it was more of like, no. If he did say stop, don't do it, it was more like, no, stop, don't do it. You know what I mean? He was, wasn't really. He didn't never really put any kind of effort that I saw. You know what I mean? And especially when you see, well, we'll get to that. Just I guess we'll get to that. You can go ahead and play it.
Yeah,
we'll get to the whole when Blue showed up at Drifter's house.
We will, but first I got to get this super chat. Thank you so much, Condor Commentary. 8 Thoughts lives in Canada. Well, Condor Commentary just doxed 8 Thoughts by telling us the country he lives.
Oh no, I think no, Drifter mentions it in the video too. I believe. Doesn't he?
I believe so, but I'm just kidding.
Oh, I didn't know if you had watched the whole video or not yet. You did watch it.
No, I watched the whole thing because I wanted to see.
Okay, I didn't know if you watched it.
Well, I mean, before we did the stream, I wanted to know if there was something here or not. So that's why I was telling you on Twitter in our DMs, like, yeah, this shit's what he did is fucking gross. Like, it's really fucking gross.
Oh, yeah. But 8 Thoughts did not get charged with a crime. Therefore, legally, I probably should not say that he committed a crime, even though prank calling the Veterans Suicide Hotline could be considered a crime. Since that person was not charged with a crime, I have to say that these are non-criminal actions for legally shielding myself. But they did happen. They're true. There's an absolute defense against that. And before we get too much further into this video, I do want to share a voicemail that 8 Thoughts left a high school student some number of years ago after a huge harassment campaign to try to get his dad fired from work. To be clear, this does not involve me. I have a giant folder of like 150 gigabytes of stuff that I need to organize. But it's short, it's sweet, and should let you know that I'm not crazy and making this up, and I will have evidence for all of my claims later.
Okay, so what I want to say here is, right, we're going to play that video, okay? And it's pretty bad, right? And it's 8 Thoughts himself leaving the fucking voicemail pretending to be Drifter, right? But I want to point out, because maybe you haven't noticed it yet, this 26-minute video is literally titled teaser, So
Yeah, there's more. Yeah, exactly.
there's a lot more.
Yeah.
There's more.
Yeah,
What?
obvious-
Yes.
yeah,
that's-
he's gonna do a full video. This is not even a full video. This is just
Oh,
him.
God,
Yeah,
that's gonna be a long video. Holy crap!
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
probably.
Well, again, the reason why he wanted to come forward with this now, and look, he apparently this is just the tip of the iceberg, right? But the reason why he wanted to come forward now was because he was really getting aggravated seeing a bunch of people talking about how Eight Thoughts was like being victimized in the sense, like, you know, I'm using that term very fucking loosely.
Oh, I didn't say that.
No, you get what I mean. Like he was being targeted by NickMercs, and Eight Thoughts is like this innocent, sweet little fucking victim, and NickMercs is malicious and wrong. And like, don't get me wrong, nothing that Drift0r is saying excuses anything that NickMercs did, right?
Right.
Nothing excuses anything NickMercs did. But
no, I get why he's making it now, though.
Yeah,
I do get it.
Oh, hey, how you doing? This is Drift0r, or maybe not. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm off on meds, and so I'm not really sure who I am today. But whoever I am today may or may not be a little bit pissed off. And just let you know, Brandon, that you may or may not have totally fucked yourself and your family. I'm just saying. You know, just saying. But, you know, I may not be saying because I don't know what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm off my meds, and I don't know who this is even calling. But if it was somebody who you might know.
Now, he doesn't show any evidence of this claim here. I want to make that as clear as I can. But according to Drift0r, this was after trying to get the kid's dad fired, right? Which is just next level fucking just, I don't know what this guy's problem is, but like we're talking about like someone who's clearly fucking malicious as all fucking hell, right?
Nope.
I mean, who knows? It's all.
Oh, sorry, John. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was gonna say it's just that he does that edgy kind of, you know, shitlord type of content. You know what I mean? You know, the edgy boy shit. That's what it is.
Oh, I mean that's putting it very mildly as far as I'm concerned.
Jokes. This is all just trolling anyways. Nothing's really actually going to happen. I'm just.
I got to get this super chat. Thank you so much, Seagull Says. You're awesome. I saw a dude on Twitter thread that had the hotline call posted unironically say that he didn't believe it was real because it's easy to deep fake something, including flowing text chat in Eight Thoughts voice. Down bad. I mean, I will say pretty confidently, like in my fucking opinion, nothing here is fake. Like none of this shit is fake, right? I'm pretty sure that Drift0r over here compiled a lot of shit, and it's legitimate. Like it's fucking legitimate.
I don't know, where am I right now? Anyways, so we want a video of your dad beating the shit out of you. Otherwise, yeah. Well, I mean, that's nothing different than a regular Friday night, let's be honest. So it's not like we're asking for anything extra. You know, your dad beats your ass on a regular basis, you little punk ass bitch. But you fucked up. You know, and by the way, that's not the address I have anymore that you tried to leak. Just saying that that's the wrong address. So that's why you really fucked up. So there's no threat against me because you don't have the right address anymore. That was an old address wherever you got it. And yeah, that was the most slimy, sleepy fucking thing I've ever seen anyone do. And you're a piece of shit. And yeah, you may or may not pay for it. Not physically, but mentally, we're coming for you. So prepare. Or not prepare, because it could all just be jokes. Who knows? I don't know. I love Jesus.
And an edited version of the suicide hotline prank call where him and the Discord admin call the veteran suicide hotline.
Okay, so
this guy is fucked up. What the hell?
There you go, son. Condor Commentary, thank you for the super chat. This has nothing to do with the drama, but Drift0r's wife or girlfriend has an OnlyFans for any desperate people out. God damn it.
Oh, they're doing the iDubbbz thing?
Apparently. Nice. You know what? I have no issues whatsoever with sex workers, so let's keep going.
The Discord admin pretends to be a veteran who's having some issues with his wife and neighbor, plans to kill both of them with an AR-15 and then themselves. They give my address to the guy on the other end and leave me to deal with whatever the hell happens. That was mostly the Discord admin doing the talking, but Eight Thoughts himself is in the call. You can hear him laughing and talking and giving directions and stuff in the chat. So that, yeah, fun. We'll put all that near the back end of the video. You can just skip to there. I got a little story to tell first. So I have to have some evidence today, right?
Sir, but how can I help you?
Okay, so I'm a Marine. I did, serve in for 2 tours in Afghanistan.
You said he tried to beat you up the other day, but you scared him away with your AR-15.
Yeah, I have a bunch of weapons at home. Like once I moved here, he stepped up to my porch and he's like, "You better watch your back, nigga." Yeah.
Okay.
He already slept with my wife like 3 times already.
Okay. Wow. And so where is your wife right now?
She's at his house. I hate being neighbors with this guy. It's like, dude, at least stop fucking my wife.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. This sounds very difficult. I'm sorry that.
Have you ever gotten your wife fucked?
No, no, I can't say that happened to me. But I want to stay focused on you here.
Okay, so real quick, all right. He's already told this person that he's pulled out a gun on this other individual before, right? So I want to make it clear, right? Everything that is done in this call, and 8 Thoughts is in this fucking call, is being set up to. It gets so much worse from here. It gets so much fucking worse from here.
See, what's messed up is they're calling suicide. This is the suicide prevention line that I think they're calling the VA suicide or a veterans suicide prevention line. I think that they're calling here.
I mean, yeah, this is specifically set up for veterans. Like that's the other part of it.
The thing is, here's the thing: whether it was a veterans suicide prevention line or any suicide prevention line, the fact that you would waste their time prank calling them, you know what I mean, when they could be helping somebody that might actually need help right now, is messed up. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing, like if you're gonna call like a pizza parlor and do a crank call or a restaurant or something like that, that's whatever. That's one thing. It's a jerky thing to do, but it's like, you know, you're not costing somebody's life by making them waste their time making a pizza. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Or a hamburger.
What are you talking about? What's going on?
Oh, hey, Aura. So we're listening to them prank call a veteran suicide prevention line.
Who's prank calling?
This is Blue the admin with 8 Thoughts in the call.
Doesn't 8 Thoughts have cancer? Shouldn't he be dealing with that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Tommy mentioned it today on his thing.
Why is he prank calling people? It's
the thing
Tipster's
is the
video.
Tipster said it in his video too.
Like 11 times, yeah.
Dang.
Doesn't say what kind. It says rare form. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Neither do I.
You know what? I'll put it like this. If he does have cancer, I hope he recovers. But also, it doesn't excuse a single fucking thing this person's done. Like single thing.
I agree.
100%. That's my point. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you have a rare form of cancer that I've been asking people and no one knows what I'm talking about. You know, no one knows what I'm talking about. Tipster said it, but he doesn't know. John Swan had a 12-year-old autist fucking troll dream. Remember that?
Dude, okay. I know this is a little bit of a tangent, but you saw he took down his Twitter account after making a statement about how people shouldn't.
Let's go back to that. Let's not get sidetracked.
Pedestal. He got chewed up.
Let's not get sidetracked with that, though. We could clown on that after. Let's get through this. That'll be a fun little bonus at the end to clown on that.
My point is, I want to know if that's real or not, because no one is saying anything really.
Wait, the 12-year-old autist, or
no, that he has cancer. That he has cancer.
If he's fucking around with that, dude, I don't.
Tommy said it. I mean, Tommy stated it like, yeah, he heard it's true. So
okay, I'll take the benefit of the doubt on that. But like, if he's fucking around, dude, I'll fuck that.
I mean, the thing is, from everything I've seen, this guy is so fucking dishonest.
That's why I'm questioning it.
Yeah.
He's fucking trolling a suicide prevention thing for veterans.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what they're doing is setting it up so that whoever's on the hotline fully believes that there is an actual threat from the person calling, right?
Yeah. Oh, commentary.
So they call the police, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Crane, I don't know. I don't know if it's real. Like, I don't know if it's real or not, man. I hope he's not lying about that shit, because that'd be some scumbag shit to do.
Oh yeah.
But I'm just saying, for somebody who is, suffering from that.
Let me just answer this one comment. 8 Thoughts already told Blue not to go to Drifter's house, and Blue didn't listen. 8 Thoughts also said that he wasn't involved with Blue doing this stuff. Well,
I reiterate. Charles Manson didn't get his hands dirty either.
Well,
he didn't commit the murders of he didn't commit those murders in Hollywood either, right?
Well, more to answer this specifically though. Telling Blue not to go to Drifter's house, sure, but also he live streamed the Discord chat and showed everybody Blue going to his house and continued to egg him on to keep recording even as the cops showed up. Right?
Yeah, he never
one time telling him to stop and leave and get out of there. And then went on to say that Drifter was a pussy for calling the cops on a guy who showed up to his house with a fucking gun and a ski mask. Okay?
He didn't discourage the behavior. He didn't discourage the behavior, basically.
He encouraged it.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't discourage it. So
Drifter did better than Boogie. Fuck it. Just fuck around and find out open warning shots and shit.
Shit, could you imagine had it been Boogie?
Boogie?
Don't make me do this.
I feel like
don't make me do this, Blue.
Boogie would have died. Boogie would have died.
Blue, don't make me do this, Blue. Don't make me do this, Blue.
8 Thoughts cancer caused him to quit his union job. That's what he started doing YouTube. Okay. Well,
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I trust Condor Commentary. I trust him. I don't trust 8 Thoughts, but I trust Condor.
Let's keep going.
Robert,
don't make me do this, Blue.
Suicide been going on? How do you spell Plano?
Plano. It's near Dallas.
Near Dallas, okay.
Yeah, I live in.
So he gives his address over.
Robert,
Blue, mute him for a second. Blue, mute him for a second. Mute him.
Hold on. I gotta take some pills. What's up?
Oh my God.
So
am I on the stream?
Yeah, you're on the stream.
Hey.
Okay, so that was 8 Thoughts telling him to mute the call, right? And Blue listens to 8 Thoughts, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, like, dude, you can't tell me that like 8 Thoughts had no clue of what Blue was doing, or 8 Thoughts discouraged it when he's in the fucking call telling Blue what to do. And
listen to this next part. This is interesting.
Yeah.
This next part is really telling, right? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
What?
Okay, I don't want to be on the stream.
Oh well, you're on the stream, retard.
Ah, fuck. Okay, I would message you. I'll message you because I don't want to. Okay, hold on, message you.
Sorry about that. I just got pills to take.
Okay, wait. All right, hang on. When you said you took some pills.
Okay, so 8 Thoughts tells him, I don't want to be on the stream, but like I'll message you, right? Like, look,
can't have anything that would implicate me.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
He thought, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like, listening to that, I'm just like, what's your excuse, right? Like, what's your excuse for what's going on here? Like, I'm genuinely fucking curious.
That tells me he knew this was all fucked up. Like, he 100% was aware how fucked up this was, and he just didn't give a shit.
Did any of you happen to catch Augie's stream? Because I missed it.
I caught a little bit of it here and there while I was gaming.
Was it eventful?
It was. It actually was. I thought it was pretty.
Well, I didn't. I thought you were going to ask if 8 Thoughts showed up. I was going to say nope.
No.
I didn't. I didn't see Augie's stream. I just know that this guy didn't show up. So.
Yeah.
Oh well, never mind then. Just for the answer to that question.
But NickMercs after the stream followed Tipster and they made up, and now apparently they're friends. I guess.
I don't care. It's like,
I really don't fucking care.
Like he's gonna name a burger after him now. What it is?
Like okay. I'm gonna tell you how I actually feel about that whole situation. Tipster did nothing wrong, and he should man the fuck up and continue to press NickMercs to fucking apologize for his stupid fucking behavior, right? And not say, "Oh, well, we're cool now." Like, dude, NickMercs fucked the shit up.
NickMercs is a total fucking pussy.
He is. He fucking is. But I look at Tipster, I'm like, dude, no joke. You did nothing fucking wrong here. And NickMercs went after you like a fucking savage. Don't make peace with the guy when he's behaving like that.
All right. So let me just say.
I'm just saying, like, I fucking would.
Let me just put it like this, right?
Yeah.
The way Tipster approached it, he went in hot, you know what I mean? And this guy responded in turn. That's the way I see it. Just to be completely, middle of the road on that.
Cuss him out in the video.
Tipster did. Hold on. Tipster did say, he did go in pretty hot. in the situation and did say F you to the guy at the very end of the video. He made it a point to tell the guy F you at the end of the video. So
well, fuck
in that
him.
regard, hold on. In that regard, obviously, look, if that's the last thing that you're leaving on your video, obviously the guy that you're referencing is going to return in kind. He just is. You know what I mean? So I don't blame NickMercs for reacting emotionally to that. You know what I mean? Now, granted, that doesn't absolve NickMercs of flagging, though. That you just don't do that. You know what I mean? There's rules of engagement when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah.
His thumbnails are ugly. I make thumbnails. His thumbnails are ugly. Mine probably aren't the best, but his shit is ugly. He looks like he gives 11 blowjobs a day with the way he opens his jaw like a fucking snake. It looks like he's going even further beyond with the blowjobs.
You know, I don't think it was the thumbnails. I really don't think it was the thumbnails that triggered him. I think it was the fact that people were hitting him up on Twitter. I guess supposedly, according to NickMercs, they were sending him like dicks and stuff.
Good. They should. That's what happened.
You know what I mean? So I think that's what triggered him. And he claims that it was 8 Thoughts that sent those people. Now that I don't know. And if 8 Thoughts did that, then yeah, that's messed up. He shouldn't have told his audience. But here's the thing: regardless of whether or not 8 Thoughts would have told his audience to do that, people were still going to do that regardless, because that's just what people do online.
Especially now when you reacted like that.
Exactly.
I'm about to do it. I'm gonna Photoshop it. Like I'm gonna do it too.
I'm saying like regardless of whether or not 8 Thoughts would have told people to do that or not, there's gonna be those people that were gonna do it anyways just to troll the guy. It's the internet.
Dude, it's not the worst thing. Like, I don't know. Like, he didn't get doxxed. He didn't get like threatened in any way. They fucking sent him dicks and he went like full nuclear, whatever. I don't even care. I think he's a massive like bitch, but whatever.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying. So
Phase tipster.
Oh, Face tipster. No,
hey, look, tipster's everybody's friend.
And thank you for
except
the
Crow.
chat,
He blocked Crow. Like fuck it.
Oh my, but that's the thing. Like I will continue to say the things I say to tipster. Like I've been as neutral as I can on certain things, but also like, dude, in this situation, I get where what John's saying here, right? I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
And to an extent, I agree with it, except for the fact that
I'm just saying to be fair in the situation. That's all. You know,
well, I get that.
Kind of pop off.
I get that, but like at the same time, like he had every right to pop off. What?
Oh no, NickMercs is still wrong in the situation.
What NickMercs did went way too fucking far. Like it goes beyond any type of level where I'm sitting there going like, you are justified in what you did. You're not, right? So I can understand Tipster going off the way he did, and he had every fucking right to. But then to go in and say like, oh well, I accept that we're on good terms. I'm like, dude, no, he fucking savaged you, and he's still in the fucking wrong. Like
Tipster didn't seem to be too phased by it. I think he even laughed at the whole burger neck thing. I think
he laughed it off eventually.
He seemed to laugh it off. He didn't really he didn't seem to really be bothered by it. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, whatever. If they
maybe he wants to take the diplomatic approach to everything, you know?
Dude, are you guys seeing Solaire Dude's comments? They're fucking great. He's quoting Wings of Redemption. Like fucking I just realized Wings of Redemption. I was like, oh my god! Like he's like, either donate or get the fuck out.
Condor, I'm going to show you the link now because we'll probably go a little bit long on the video, and I want you here for it.
Yeah.
But thank you for sending that as a super chat. I appreciate it. You didn't need to do that. Here we go.
You could refund him.
Just send him the link. I am a greedy whore, sir. I am a very greedy whore, sir.
I'm just saying.
I would appreciate you not bringing that up again, sir.
I'll remind you when you need it.
Sir, I don't need to be reminded.
You should send him the link.
I sent him the link.
Good job,
sir.
No,
okay, sir. All right, I'm going to keep going, sir.
Please.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. All right, sir. Let's keep going with the video, sir. Is that okay with you, sir?
Subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out.
Good.
Take them as prescribed.
You know what? I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna do what, Robert? I can't make out what you're saying right now, Robert.
Dude, what do you think will happen if I go to Drift0r's house right now? Like,
So you haven't thoughts of hurting him or killing him?
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm concerned about what you're going to do tonight, Robert, and wanting you to stay safe and wanting Drift0r to be safe too, even though you're upset at him.
Probably nothing, to be honest. Well, nothing that you can do. There's a lot that I can do. Hey, Tom, I tell you what.
Okay, so at this point, Blue has just told this person on the line he's thinking about going over there and shooting the guy, right? After telling him that he's just been taking a bunch of pills, right? Like, you know the cops are going to be fucking involved, and 8 Thoughts knows what's going on there, right? There's no bullshit fucking excuse for anything here, right? Mm-hmm. Like, anybody with a fucking any type of moral fucking conscience, you can say, well, he doesn't have a legal responsibility to do anything. Fine, but that's not what's being argued here. Like, it's not. Holy fucking shit.
You tell me what.
I'll tell you what. So, I'm gonna go ahead and hang up. You're gonna pretend like I never called you, never told you my name, my address, and we're gonna go on our separate ways.
And what do you plan on doing when we get done with this phone call?
I'll go to Drift0r's house. That's what I'm gonna do. Man, I just baited this man so hard. Oh.
Basically, all of this started from one tweet. I tweeted at 8 Thoughts. I was sick of his shit about, talking about skill-based matchmaking. I told him to enjoy his Twitter account while he still could, because it was like account number 15. They all get banned. And that one inevitably got banned, and I got blamed for it. And then it turned, he kind of sicked his little Discord admin on me, this Blue fellow who's a very nasty person. Blue himself has told me he did it for money, and he has told me that he is a troll for hire and that he personally doesn't hate me, or didn't then, probably does now after being arrested. But rather, 8 Thoughts was building a troll team and planning to do all this kind of stuff. So there's a credibility issue there. You can believe who you want to believe. It was initially small things like, we're going to prank call you, we're going to call your parents, we're going to call your extended family, we're going to send pizzas to your house, we're going to send weird orders, we're going to send escorts, which is getting a little bit more in the dangerous range, because when enough escorts come, eventually you have to deal with angry pimps and handlers and things like that. I started working with the police. The police put me on a very strict no contact, no response diet. So no matter what.
So there's a tweet that Drift0r apparently sent, streaming a bit later tonight, going to rest my body a bit before starting. And Blue saying, okay, Drift0r, me and 8 Thoughts have our trap phones set up to spam call you, right? It's like,
this guy is not very bright.
I mean, that's a fucking understatement, dude.
Yeah.
That's a fucking understatement, man. But yeah, no, I'm looking at this shit, I'm just like, how is anyone fucking just how, why, what the fuck? Just nuts, fucking nuts with these people.
What happens, even if it's live on stream, I'm supposed to try to not respond as much as possible. Instead of getting bored with this, I think they kind of realized I was trying to ignore them. So it was like a challenge, and they just kept escalating things higher and higher and higher. Why did you even decide to start all this to begin with?
I mean, that's kind of what I do, to be honest. Kind of entertaining. You can ask 8 Thoughts. I mean, I've done this plenty of times. It's entertaining within. Here's the thing, these calls and everything. All I'm doing is just trying to get you to snap.
Hey, Condor Commentary, thank you for joining.
Hello.
What's up?
What's up, Condor?
Nothing much. I'm happy to join this.
Cool.
This whole situation just makes me laugh.
I mean, I get what you mean by makes you laugh. The shit about him being called out, correct?
I just think, just in general, I think both sides have their own arguments. I'm just gonna stay in the middle with this. 8 Thoughts is a piece of shit for doing all that.
Well, he's always been kind of a,
he's been edgy, yeah.
He's always been a guy
watching him for multiple years.
Yeah, he's always done this kind of. Apparently, this is not new. This is just the kind of content he puts out. Is just this edgy boy type of push the envelopes kind of content.
Oh yeah, Yeah, I find like the videos like when he pretty much trolls NickMercs and all of that. I think it's like the most hilarious shit ever. But like when he I remember when he first released the videos about him condoning this drifter shit, and I was like, you kind of started most of it. You kind of like you need to take a step back and kind of like realize you're an adult in this situation. But if he can like make a better judgment call and like maybe just think more, I feel like he can probably come back. But if he just continues to go down this path, it's not going to be good with his YouTube career.
I think that he was looking for a redemption arc last night with the whole NickMercs thing. Is this like it's my redemption arc, and it didn't even last 24 hours?
No.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Because like channels kind of like his, they don't last long. Like what is it? If Mumpkey couldn't survive, if Leafy couldn't survive, shit like that. Look at Max Muss right now. I mean, Max Muss is a whole level of something else. But still.
Well, this is technically he's now on to his third channel.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly, because the Athos channel was his second because his first one was banned, so he created his second, and now he's on to his third one. He seems to be acting pretty normal from his uploads on it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's going to be taking a turn for the worse or if he's just going to keep with this content that he's producing at the moment.
I mean, because
go ahead, Aura. Go ahead.
I was gonna say because like what is it? The whole tipster argument is like this is his only source of income. He's very fucking careless and reckless with it.
Yeah, 100%.
For being a fucking his wife doesn't work, he doesn't work because of his illness, right? And he's very careless. And I don't it to me, if that is your only source of income and like your only job and you and you have that ailment, I don't think you should be fucking around. But that's just me. I don't know.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
because
I agree with it, but I agree with that, but here's the thing: he's kind of backed himself into a corner because this is the kind of content that his audience expects from him. So he put himself into this box, so to speak, because now he knows he needs to, in order to maintain his audience, he has to do the stuff that brought him to the dance, so to speak.
Well, I get that, but like you're still going to have some people loyal.
Well, I'm not justifying it. I'm not justifying it. What I'm saying is that that's probably what's in his mind. You know, I mean, why he still continues to do stuff like this and throw caution to the wind because he's like, well, if I don't make content like this, people aren't going to watch, and if people don't watch, there's no ad revenue in that, anyways.
Yeah,
well, so
he's like, find a way to adapt. He needs to adapt.
I mean,
I agree. He should find a way to adapt. You know what I mean? He should find a way to adapt and do different type of content. I mean, look, he obviously was, is a part of the Call of Duty community and is doing content on that. Maybe he should just focus on that, even though I know that's, it's so saturated, even more so now than it's ever been. And it's almost kind of dead at this point.
Nuxtaku trolls too. Nuxtaku trolls too,
Yeah,
he trolls,
but he's smart about it though.
Yes,
but not to a malicious. Yeah, not to a malicious extent.
That's what I'm saying.
Whoa!
Face reveal.
Face reveal.
Oh there God, no!
No!
There he is.
Oh, embarrassing him.
Here you are, embarrassing.
Condor Commentary.
Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you.
I know.
You're not actually a bird. What the hell?
I know, right?
I know.
Let's Complain says he's got your OnlyFans and is willing to share it with everybody.
I knew it was going to happen at some point once I showed my face.
I want to know: are we getting are there feet pics on that OnlyFans, or is it the whole schlongen?
Crow loves feet pics. I don't know why. It's weird.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
It's the whole schlong,
my gosh!
I got my staff right there. Yeah.
I thought it was a gun. I thought he fucking Condor pull out a gun.
You thought that was a gun?
Deadass, yeah. I just saw him like reach for something. I was like, "It's a gun. Here we go." Like, okay, we're doing it. We're doing it, boy.
Broly, what do you mean? And Broly, hold on.
Yeah.
I am upset because Broly was supposed to be back by now. I've been waiting. Waiting for Broly.
Finishing his classes, man.
I know. But I'm going to keep reminding him until he's ready.
Okay.
What? Okay. Is it wrong for me is it wrong for me to be excited that Broly's coming back?
No.
Okay.
I think everybody's excited about it. I am.
Who said that?
No, look, he's backing out. He's walking it back. Read this comment, Dora. Read this comment right now.
I said, "May you jackass."
You didn't read the LOL. Okay, but look, this is why we have to keep up the pressure. Peer pressure at everybody. I need you to peer pressure Broly. Peer pressure him. Because everybody knows peer pressure works. All right, let's go back to the video. Also,
Broly, bronze.
He says you're kind of cute.
Oh, thank you.
I think we're making some magic. So Phoebes, if you're interested, our good boy Condor here has got an OnlyFans. You can get a sneak preview of everything he has to offer. And maybe we set.
Can you get the ID in this shit first? Like,
yeah,
you know?
for real. Yeah.
Whoa, guys! Everybody knows that our stream is 18 and over.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, right. Disclaimer. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody here is 18
Good job,
and over.
bro. You got it covered.
Don't forget. Hey, don't forget to hey, Broly's a bronze Adonis.
Like, can't you see my graduation cap?
Okay. all right, guys. Let's keep going.
All I'm trying to do is you to have a meltdown.
Why do you want me to have a meltdown?
You already had a meltdown once when you were starting to shoot fake off.
Oh, no.
I can promise you this is not a battle to win. If I wanted to actually really get to you deeply, I would have other methods to do, but I'm trying to just have it be cosmetic as in a way. Just trying to be nice. Just to mess with you. That's all I'm trying to do. So I told him how to get it unsuspended because I've been suspended multiple times. My account keeps getting suspended. So I know how to get around that. So I kind of help him doing that. But he also doesn't know how to shut his mouth and get around the algorithm. So he keeps saying dumb shit and getting banned and suspended for it. So I mean that's just on his end.
Then it moved.
Sorry, I got to read this chat really quick. My idea is trolling is saying Chris Judgement will simp for an E-thought if she is doing JoJo poses while cosplaying as Nico Robin.
That's probably
First
true.
off, it's a true fucking statement, dude. That's not a troll.
Yeah.
Of course I
Blair,
would.
dude, why would you say that?
It's
Oh my
JoJo's
goodness.
plus One Piece. Of course, I would simp for a guy doing that. Okay, not the Nico Robin cosplay necessarily, but JoJo poses with One Piece characters. Abso-fucking-lutely. Also, going back into the video here. So that part, I can't really say look, this blue person, I don't think you can take anything Blue says as a serious statement. If he came forward and said that 8 Thoughts has told him to do all of this, right? I think the guy has zero credibility and you have to have more to back it up. But he does have more to back it up, right? He absolutely has more to back it up. I'm not looking to answer that. Okay, let's keep going.
On to harassing my wife, stream donations where my address would pop up on my little stream text and stuff, so I had to turn that off. A lot of bad things. Then it moved into impersonating me on social media. Then there was attempts to cancel me, finding any cheeky, offensive thing that I said over the last 10 or 15 years on the internet and sending it to all my sponsors to try to get me fired. I had to have meetings with quite a few of them to smooth all of this out. But thankfully, nobody dropped me because the context behind my sins were minor compared to what else was going on. But it just kept escalating. It kept getting more and more calls all the time, voicemails all the time, calls not only from Blue, but also from 8 Thoughts. And I was told that if I just follow them on Twitter and become friends, that it'll go away. And after studying the group for a little bit, what I basically learned is that means you kind of work for them. And I saw other YouTubers that did take this offer and ultimately ended up working and communicating with them in order to keep their family safe. And like I said, I'm not alone.
Actually, so he says there are other people that have been through this. Condor, have you heard anything like that before?
No, nothing at all. I've watched almost every single 8 Thoughts video, and I have never seen another person that is in his group. I've seen other COD channels, they comment on his videos and everything, but nothing to this extent at all.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes me surprised that he would say that, because he literally, I've never seen him talk really about any other YouTubers except for either him or NickMercs. So this is interesting.
Well, I mean, part of that would be that according to, and this is just from Drifter, because Drifter has said nobody else is willing to come forward and make a statement about it, which to me seems kind of bizarre because everybody right now is holding 8 Thoughts' feet to the fire, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
if there is another person that this has been done to, I would say that now would be the time to come forward, given that Blue is in jail, right, or is on probation, right, has been arrested, has been charged for criminal activity, and 8 Thoughts has literally got his fucking neck on a chopping block right now. I would see no reason why anybody else would feel the need to keep things confidential that have been done to them, right? So I want to see somebody come forward in the next week or so is what I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
Seagull
this
Says,
I think
Sorry, John, before you say that statement, let me just read the super chat. Thank
Go
you,
ahead,
Seagull
go ahead.
Says. Jesus Christ, listen to that little weasel. He sounds more desperate for a win than Britbong, and that's saying something. I'll make this so much worse for you. Give me my oxygen back.
Seagull going in.
Yeah. I love Seagull.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is the part where when I watched the video before was like where I was kind of like, you know what I mean? Because he doesn't really, and maybe he'll provide proof in the follow-up video that he does to this. Because remember, this is just a teaser.
Yeah.
But this I thought was probably one of the weakest parts of this particular video, because I'm like, citation needed. But then again, he says that he's just kind of doing this video just kind of off the cuff.
Yeah.
So maybe he has something that he'll provide as evidence in the next video. So
yeah, this is one of the weakest parts of the video right here. Shock asked, anyone think Drift could be lying? I mean, it's possible. Don't get me wrong. This part is very possible. But if somebody else comes forward, like I said, in the next week or so and backs it up, well, then fuck, man. I think
backs it up with receipts. Yeah.
He could. All this could be like super exaggerated because he was very opportunistic coming out on this.
True.
Well, think about this too, also, right? Because he claims that the guy came up to his door. Obviously, we see the video that the cops came up to the dude's car. Which, look, again, maybe it's possible that before Blue started recording, maybe he did go up to Drifter's door. We don't know. That's the thing. But let's just assume. Well, let's just assume that the video. I said this before you got on the stream, let's assume that the video is just where it all kind of started. That's actually what happened. We'll just use that as a solid evidence because it's all we have.
Good night, Ducks. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I'll see you Wednesday.
Yeah,
Adios.
It's all that's out there, really. So if that's true, right? If we're gonna take the video as evidence of what actually did happen, then yeah, it is possible that Drifter is going to be embellishing a little bit on some of the details of things that happened that night.
Yeah,
wasn't if I remember correctly, like not too long ago, Drifter was going to retire from YouTube, if I remember correctly, because his channel was like on the verge of dying.
Quite possibly, because I forgot about Drifter until like the other day. I'm being totally honest with you. I forgot all about him. And,
well, I mean, it kind of makes sense that
the only reason I know about him is because of this 8 Thoughts stuff from like a year or two ago. That's it.
Yeah.
This was just a reminder of it, you know?
The thing is he's been uploading though. Like I just went to his channel. He's got videos like a month ago and everything. The views are very low for 1 million sub channel. But at the same time, like he's clearly coming back, right? But I could see why he would have taken a hiatus given all the shit that was happening. Right?
According to the Tommy C interview, I think he handled this legally. Yeah, assuming it's all true too. So I don't know. Apparently, like all this stuff went to like court or something. I don't know what he did, but he said he handled it legally, according to the Tommy C interview. So.
Well, I mean, handling it legally, yeah. Blue got arrested. Blue was in prison. Blue's on probation right now because apparently he
like guilty.
Well, I was going to say the reason why he's on probation, not in jail cell, according to Drifter, is because he made some friends in prison that I guess were a little bit too friendly with him.
Yeah, but how could he know that? You know what I mean? There's no way. There's no way for him to know that. That's just him. He's obviously just saying that.
I know, but it's kind of funny.
Yeah, it is. And maybe he did. Maybe he did. No, but the more likely scenario is that Blue took a plea deal and got a reduced, probably got a reduced sentence, just took a plea.
What I will say is, because Drift0r is the victim in that case, right? They may actually inform him of why certain things are happening, right? They wouldn't just like contact him and say, hey, we know we told you like this happened, but for these reasons, this person is being let out, right?
Bro,
I think they do inform the victim when the person is actually being let out of prison.
You think a detective or an officer called up friggin' Drift0r is like, hey, look, man, this guy's getting booty burglarized every night. So we got
all right.
We got to let him out. We got to let him out early.
No. What I was saying was, I do think that somebody would actually inform the victim in a case.
That is true.
When the person who victimized them is.
Oh yeah. I mean, they'll probably let them know that.
Yeah.
Okay, but I thought you were trying to say, like, you think they would really give them details? Hey, look, on the DL is because he was getting booty burglarized, dog.
I mean, maybe.
They told Slanders Kennedy there's a fucking, investigation exclusively. You know what I mean? Like,
I love that you brought that up. That always makes me laugh.
If I remember correctly, it's usually the courts that inform the previous victim of their like assailant. Usually, if they're being released.
No, they'll let them know.
Yeah.
They'll let them know. They'll let them know about that. I'm just saying, they're not going to get into the
explicit
details.
detail. Yeah,
they won't go into explicit detail, but they will give like a maybe broader type of statement.
He's been assaulted.
So I'm sure he's embellishing maybe a little bit of it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I mean, they could have made a statement like, "Look, he's being."
He was on the floor. He was on the bathroom floor, bro. There was soap.
They could
tears
have
everywhere.
They could have made a statement, something like, he hasn't done anything while in prison, and it looks like it's dangerous for him to be there. Or they could have just said something like overpopulation, right? Like
Luke was there. It was bad. It was totally bad. Sorry, go ahead.
Prison Luke joined in on it. Yeah,
he dropped the soap, bro. Like, and they had to clean the floor because he dropped the soap. Like, fucking, I saw that happen.
Yeah, sir. I know this man has victimized you. We just want to let you know that
we made him clean the entire floor because he dropped the soap.
They got him. They got him in the shower.
Listen, we put him in a cell with.
We hope this makes you feel better.
We put him in the cell with one of our best inmates, Fleece Johnson.
Oh, yuck. Oh my god. Fuck Fleece Johnson. Can we please move on? I'm so uncomfortable right now. What's happening?
I found like 8 other people, maybe. Pretty much none of them want to be contacted or be in this video. The most common answer I get is, I want to keep my family safe. So this continues. It gets worse and worse and worse. There was posts on Craigslist about come take my dog. When my dogs did disappear, they took credit for it, which was very dirty. They tricked a charity. There was like a charity that showed up.
Okay. That's fucked up. like out of everything, that's like one of the things that really pissed me off. Is like they put up on posts on Craigslist, come take his dog. The dogs go missing. They immediately take credit for it. That is.
Sen, did you have anything to do with this?
Huh.
Oh, wait, what? What happened to the dog?
Because you're an animal.
Oh, right, because I kicked the dogs and the cats and the whatnot. Wait, what happened with the dogs and the cats?
According to him, they made messages on like Craigslist, like "come take my dog," right?
God.
And somebody showed up and took his dogs.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
No, that wasn't me this time. Sorry.
Yeah, like I'm just saying, like that, the level, like, because people go like, "Oh, it's just a little trolling," right? Like, no, like some of this
that's pretty fucked up. That is pretty.
Yeah, I mean, taking someone's fucking dog from them, like, guys, we all remember watching John Wick. We understand what can happen when you take a person's dog from them.
Don't bring up John Wick, bro. Like, not like that.
Not to be a devil's advocate or anything, but like, there has to be something that Drift0r did to literally piss all these guys off.
Well, I mean, like the thing is, it starts off very small, right? Like, I'm not saying like Drift0r, like according to him, Drift0r made a statement about how like his Twitter was about to get taken down, right?
Yeah.
No, I think it's something else. I think he actually says it towards the end of the video. He actually says the reason what actually started it. It was like a small. Some kind of disagreement that they had about COD.
It was a conversation about Call of Duty. He made some snarky ass comment towards 8 Thoughts, and ended it by saying, enjoy your Twitter account while it lasts, right? Drift0r's statement on that was that he's using his 50th Twitter account, meaning he's ban evading, and his Twitter accounts regularly get taken down. So that's why he said it like that. However, 8 Thoughts community believed that Drift0r was responsible for his Twitter account getting taken down. Now, that's what starts the level of fucking hatred. However, what it seems to me is that it was just trolling at first, right? They were being assholes to the guy, and they just kept escalating it, right? It was like a little bit, then a little bit. It started off with calling fucking pizzas to his house, and then it escalated to them calling escorts to his house, right? It starts off a little small, and then it builds up from there.
Were they just thinking that he was like a lol cow for them or something?
I guess, but dude, this gets really fucking dark. I get the argument of a lol cow, but some of this stuff gets really, really insanely fucking dark.
Well, let's
keep playing it.
Yeah, let's get through a little bit more.
Put up my house with a giant trailer, and they're like, okay, we're here for the free computers and furniture. And I talked to them. Basically, the blue fellow posted pretending to be just giving away everything and moving to a foreign country. So a charity drove 2 miles to my house to show up with this giant trailer expecting to get stuff for senior citizens, and I had to turn them away. Same thing with selling a PlayStation. Had all sorts of kids and dads yelling at me and stuff because I didn't have a PlayStation that I was giving away for free at my house. Then it starts getting nastier. All of a sudden, my wife's credit card pings as fraudulent charges, and I have documentation for that I need to edit before I show. Then all of a sudden, there's the veteran suicide hotline prank call where they call in there and they tell them a weird story, and then just give them my address and bounce. After that, I set up a swatting protocol with the local police department, which I don't want to talk about on today's video because it's still in effect so that I don't get swatted. And if I start talking about it, that the process involved on how to actually trigger an emergency response to my house might get revealed. So I don't want to do that. But it's a week later, that response did trigger, and there was something bad called into my house. So I had to go through a process to make sure that the SWAT team did not show up, guns ablazing here. It pretty much just continued. Then we had issues with people stealing things out of my front lawn. I don't know if that was associated with 8 Thoughts or not. I did have 2 individuals show up at my house with firearms. One of them there was a fan who reached out to me and said that him and Blue were on some dark web board and that they were trying to buy somebody to kill me and rape my wife and all this kind of weird stuff. This guy was really sketchy. They didn't offer a lot of evidence, so I didn't really believe that or pay much attention to it. I still don't know whether to believe it or not because all this stuff got so crazy. But about a week after that, this really weird dude showed up at my house, and I've been harassed for a long time. So I was loaded gun in every room, sleep with my AR-15 mode, and but I wasn't thinking about it a whole lot at the time. So I was just right by the door and I heard it ring. So I got my shotgun. I always answer the door with the shotgun kind of around the corner. And there's this really weird dude.
What the
there,
fuck?
Really?
What? Why?
Based.
He always answers the door with a shotgun?
Well, look,
careful,
it might be
Amazon.
because of online stuff. Maybe, other people have said stuff to him before and maybe he's just paranoid.
The thing is, he said that this. He's saying he always answers it with it, right? And I could see maybe what he's trying to say is after everything that's occurred, right? I started,
or maybe even before
the shotgun.
Hey, look,
right?
Maybe even before. Maybe he was getting threats well before the 8 Thoughts stuff. Because you got to remember, he's been a content creator for years.
Yeah,
who's amassed a pretty big following
now, right?
Huh?
Yeah. Well, I was going to say he's a content creator with a massive following, and his address has been put out there. I can understand
even before
why
that.
he answered the door.
But let's say even before that, just to give him, the benefit of the doubt and all that. Let's just say maybe even before then, he's probably been threatened a lot of times online, and he's one of these people that probably takes it really serious. I'm gonna make sure that I'm always prepared, especially if somebody shows up to my house unannounced.
Well, I mean,
Comment
Crane is saying they literally threatened to go to his house, kill him, and rape his wife. So,
okay, yeah, I was gonna say, but I don't know if that was. He said always, so I don't know if that was before.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Maybe he meant after, or maybe before. Because remember, he's amassed quite a big following, so he was probably getting threats even before the 8 Thoughts stuff. For all we know.
All I'm imagining now is somebody lights a bag of shit on fire. You know what I mean?
You know-
and like
you
he
know
just
the quartering-
opens fucking fire.
The,
Like
quarter,
opens
the quartering got doxxed and threatened way before he ever got anywhere near close to 1 million subs.
the quartering
Like, I
made
remember-
everyone who made fun of that hat pay. That's all I know.
No, but what I'm saying is that he got threats a long time ago.
John didn't give a fuck. John didn't give a fuck at all. That's how quartering should have handled the hat shit. But keep going. Go ahead. He opened fire on everybody in sight. I got you. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, okay. Jeez.
I can't read that comment. What does that say?
I'm taking off the screen now. I already read it. Oh, wait. If escorts and people were reaching out, that might give an idea. Didn't Boogie get a visit?
Yeah, he did. Frank Castle. That's fucking. He invited
Don't make
that
me
shit
do
out.
this, Frank. Don't make me do this.
Like I always say, like, look, when someone goes to your fucking house, like that's another fucking level.
Hood, little bug-eyed, and I kind of asked him what he wanted, and he looked really confused, and he's like, I just wanted to make sure that people lived here. And I'm like, come again? He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know if anybody lived here or not, and I needed to be sure. And I pulled my shotgun around to view, and I was like, I don't know what you need to be sure of, but you need to leave. Dude bounced. Now that's not too weird in and of itself, but then I went back and watched my security cameras, and I see this dude make like a couple of trips past my house, seemingly casing it out, then turning around and coming up to the door, and I catch him on the security camera tucking something large and black into the back waistband behind his hoodie. Now I guess that could be a cell phone in the back pocket, but most people don't put up their cell phones like just sticking it in. I mean, that's usually a very different object, like a Glock or a 1911 or something like that. So I think I got very lucky on that one. Then of course there was the incident.
I mean, like, look, if that's true, that would be legitimately a little terrifying, right?
I mean, let's just establish it as true right now until something happens.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I think like a lot of the claims he makes are very extraordinary, and he does need to show proof behind them. Because like the claim that like this has been done to other content creators, I'd like to see some proof of that, right?
I'd say that all this is true. All this is true.
Yeah. Yeah, well, okay, fine.
Incident with the Discord admin, the blue fellow who did most of the trolling and swatting, actually showing up at my house, actually in a ski mask with a gun in the dashboard of the car, streaming it, my house, my address, my everything, everywhere. And then 8 Thoughts effectively restreaming that. At one point, there was 2,000-ish people watching my house live with this dude getting ready to do something. He says he was coming to apologize. Who shows up in the middle of a rainstorm with a ski mask and a gun to apologize? I don't even know. And dude got arrested on stream. It was a nightmare. It's a personal security nightmare. And you can think what you want of 8 Thoughts, his involvement with this, but I'll let you know that that is not a responsible way to behave as a content creator. There is absolutely nothing responsible about streaming another content creator's house in any context, much less at the end of a harassment campaign with an armed and masked individual on site. That's a recipe for disaster. And for example here, during all of this kind of stuff going on, I realized pretty quickly that it was going to get violent. Started working with the police. I hired private detectives. I found 8 Thoughts in Blue and a number of other people from their Discord. None of them are super clever or well hidden. And I had them followed and logged for quite some time to learn about their lives and where they lived and worked and families and blah, 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 blah. Now I'm sitting here for a year, threats coming in all the time, weird people showing up with guns, swatting, blah, blah, blah. Don't do anything. Don't call people. Don't make contacts. No tit for tat. No reaching out. I have people in my Discord saying, why don't you do something about this? And the answer is absolutely not. That, they go low. I'm going to go high. I'm going to do everything above water. I'm going to work with lawyers. I'm going to work with police. I had to work with the FBI about a child pornography issue that came up along the way, not with 8 Thoughts specifically or Blue, but some of their fans got very, very busy. And I saw it and I made sure that guy got, his world shit on. But the rule was in my community and the people helping me, if you reach out, if you play tit for tat, if you call these people, if you try to swat, if there's anything, you're instantly automatically banned for life, and I'm reporting you to the police. And that's what we did. I got to sit here and eat shit for a year, knowing everything, versus the other fellow, 8 Thoughts, Drift0r talks shit on Twitter. I think he got my account banned. It's hilarious when he gets worked up. Let's do more swatting. Let's share all of his personal info online. God, they did a stream where they found documents from like 1994.
Okay, so
where's the proof?
Well,
I kind of want to. I want to see like he can't show at least like a couple clips or something about this.
Well, no,
like it's just word of mouth.
Slow down for a second, right? I understand where you're coming from. That's why I said extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. But remember, this is apparently a teaser. He's saying that he's going to be backing everything he said in this video up, right?
Yeah,
but
this is just a preview for things to come.
Yeah. So I understand where you're coming from. However, what he has shown so far shows 8 Thoughts in a very, very bad and damning light, right? Now it's on him to then provide more evidence to back up what he's claiming.
Yeah.
Right? Because if he just like uploads his teaser and then a month later we get no other fucking video, right? I would really start to question this guy, right?
Yeah.
But you got to remember, he has a reason for why he did that. Someone has been arrested and charged, and that person is a close contact of 8 Thoughts. And we've seen 8 Thoughts in a fucking call with him. And previously, a year ago when this was going down, 8 Thoughts had made it sound like he had no real contact with this guy and he's not responsible for anything that he does. And, you know, this is being blown out of proportion. And also, Drift0r is a massive fucking pussy who should have never called the cops. Right? And I'm sitting there going like, the dude went to his house with a gun. And 8 Thoughts apparently knew all this shit. I'm just saying, 8 Thoughts to me is not someone that I would like trust when he says like Drift0r doesn't have anything. And I will give Drift0r a little bit of rope here. But again, you know, when you give someone some rope, they can easily hang themselves with it. So let's.
Yeah, I'm not defending him. I'm just I just wish he at least gave like I don't even like just a couple clips, maybe some links, you know, just something to be able to help us
to wet
like
the palate.
Yeah. I get it.
I think that's part of it though, right? Why because he claims he just did this video off the cuff. That's what he claims in the video. Although he did still edit some things, and he probably could have put in a couple more things in post, but it is what it is. I'm guessing he's going to do a much deeper dive in his next video. I mean, look at this one. This is a fucking teaser, and it's almost 30 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jesus. Makes you wonder how much his fucking how long his actual video is going to be. That shit's probably going to be fucking documentary sized.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to provide something beyond what he's shown here. 100%. 100%.
Well, look, one thing I did get clarity on it, and I didn't catch it the first time I watched the video. He didn't say that it was he never said that fucking this cat Blue went up to his door. So that's one thing. He did make the distinction that Blue was in his car. He didn't say that the guy that came up to his door that one day was Blue. Yeah. So that's important. You know what I mean?
If he doesn't show.
Well, sorry, I just want to read the super chat because it like this is something I completely agree with here. Seagull says, first off, thank you. I don't agree with Drift0r's theatrics in the situation, but if he's got receipts for these allegations, I don't know how 8 Thoughts can come back. I mean, already from what he's shown in this video, being in that call with the suicide prank fucking call, that's hard to fucking come back from.
Dude,
right?
Like, what's the saying that we have? Serious allegations need serious proof or something.
Yeah.
I don't think you should have went on to do this shit. If you were going to come out like this, honestly, I think you should have came out more prepared and had the full spread ready to go. I don't know if the teaser's the best call. And if he doesn't prove it, I'm going to fucking roast this motherfucker.
I agree. But the thing is, if he proves even half of the shit that he is claiming in this fucking teaser, like, dude, it's a fucking game ender.
It's a fucking dumpster truck worth of shit.
Yeah. And he says he's got it. So he's got to show it now.
Well, he does have some that he shows here.
I mean, he showed enough here for me to, like I said, give him rope, right? He's shown enough in this teaser for me to give him rope, but he's got to fucking back it all up. He has to. I completely agree with that statement. Set is back.
I am back. What is it?
Let's keep going.
Of my parents' divorce and all this, like they had to consider the safety of the child, and they read about how I had behavioral problems and like mental damage and blah 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 as a kid. Just all of that personal stuff on stream, which was not particularly fun. And about that, I got very lucky that a lot of those documents are sealed. There are crimes that you can commit against children that, you know, states have a tendency to lock down for a very long period of time. I'm glad that they were not able to access those documents. That'd have been a much worse stream. It was a complete nightmare from start to finish. This is sort of the teaser, effectively. I have evidence of all of this. I was planning literally a 5-part series going through each little claim in detail to prove it and expose the other individual and stuff. My health has been poor, and the idea was that I I do this later when my health is better, when I'm more organized, when I feel good, when I can speak concisely and clearly. But last night I saw NickMercs getting crapped on and other people running in to defend 8 Thoughts. This is a shame. He's being abused. You can't criticize people. You can't use First Amendment on YouTube, blah, 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 blah. And I couldn't hold back anymore. Since the other person pled guilty, the trial's effectively over. I can speak my piece, and I'm doing that now. God, I don't know. This is not a very organized video. It's like 7 in the morning when I'm recording this. I got 3 doctor's appointments that I got to go to as soon as it's done. But I will have footage here at the end of this video. Oh man, I forgot about the Reddit admins that were involved with this. They went after the COD Reddit admins, YouTubers, streamers, political activists. They were developers from, I think, both Treyarch and Infinity Ward that got targeted by this group of individuals, including 8 Thoughts and his community. That triggered like an Activision security response, which is a totally different mess that I don't want to deal with. They can talk about those issues if they want to. They probably won't. Most of these people want to kind of stay anonymous, you know? But yeah, this is just kind of like the teaser for it. I guess in a couple of days when I'm feeling better, I'm going to start putting that docuseries together and getting ready to go live with all of it. What's also crazy about this situation is that relatively early on after the swatting happened, I sent this information to YouTube and to Twitch. Now I'm verified on both platforms. I've been there a long time. I know people, and I got some interesting responses. I got a lot of, we can't do anything about this. I got a lot of the security or TOS team is private. We can't contact them directly. Then eventually after some pushing, I did get an answer from one individual saying, and I guess for legal reasons, don't quote me on this because it's been like over a year and I don't remember the exact quote, but something along the lines of Twitch doesn't want to provoke further violence, or Twitch is afraid if they take an administrative action that they will provoke further violence. So I sent a video of a partnered verified Twitch streamer trying to swat me live on stream, and their answer was, we just don't promote violence. Like, this is too much. I sent them videos of the man showing his ass and reading Nazi propaganda and talking about 14-year-old girls and stuff, and they're like, yeah, we don't want to provoke a response out of this individual. So yeah, I got to deal with that.
I mean,
and you don't have receipts. Oh,
yeah.
That's one of the things that I kind of believe it in the sense that they don't give a shit when somebody makes a report, right?
Well, they're selective. They're selective about what they want to enforce and what they don't. That's Twitch. Twitch is a shitty platform, man.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It just is. I hate Twitch.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like, but like I don't know how much I believe that, because some of the things he's saying are pretty extreme there, and I don't think Twitch would allow it. But also, I've seen situations where Twitch is just, they just don't give a shit, right? They just literally don't give a shit.
They just banned the Queen. It's not fair.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, they're selective. And the situation is not only that, and maybe whatever evidence he provided them, right, was just probably not enough. Yeah, in their view. So. Yeah.
How would Drift0r be able to provide the evidence about like the guy that came to like the house and all of these different things? Like I know we can use the live stream clips and everything, but wouldn't that also dox him in the process also with his security cameras? So like, are we going to have to take his word on like the guy that showed up?
Well, remember,
like 8 times or whatever.
Got it on security camera, right? So I would imagine he's got that footage, right?
Yeah, but but is he going to want to release that footage if he's going to get doxxed?
Well, he's already been doxxed.
He's already been doxxed,
public,
right?
So
yeah, at that point, there's nothing to lose. So, I mean,
and he's pulling up with his shotgun.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got the shotgun. He's got the shotgun.
And not only that, if he's releasing the footage in a private, email to some Twitch support representative, I doubt that person would stream it, or would leak it, I should say. But you never know. I mean, it's possible.
Go
ahead, continue the video, Crow.
Yeah,
we're almost through it.
YouTube was even weirder. This man uploaded a video called "I Hired a Hitman to Kill Drift0r," and it was really like a criticism of me because I got mad on stream once and yelled at somebody, Blue. I think it was actually yelled at Blue about sending the guy to my house with the gun, and so there was like this weird video about how he would never do that and that would be dumb, and then I'm crazy. But the video was "I hired a hitman to kill Drift0r," and the thumbnail was a ski mask guy, just like a general like creepy bad guy. And then lo and behold, a week later, a creepy guy with a ski mask did show up at my house. When I talked to YouTube about this, I was told that this is not a violation of their terms of service. This is straight from the content team telling me that the videos that I sent which were primarily 8 Thoughts laughing about my harassment, making some non-public details public, stuff that you wouldn't know outside of the police department, giving shout-outs to the people that were doing it in videos, congratulating them, saying it's funny, making reaction videos and retelling, again, private stories like the escort story that I tried to keep private in videos. And I was told by YouTube that this is not a violation because 2 things. Number 1, there were no videos posted directly of violence against me, so there was no actual recordings of said violence. And 2, that they did not encourage said violence. They didn't, even though they gave shout outs to the people that were doing it and were telling private details, that this was not directly encouraging said violence and therefore not a violation of terms of service. So yay, great job, YouTube. These platforms, they don't give a fuck about you guys. They really don't. They just absolutely don't. That is the honest to God truth about how these platforms work. If I was a trans woman and somebody told me my gender wasn't real, banned. Streaming dudes showing up at my house with a fucking gun. Hey, too violent to get involved with.
I mean,
that's true. That is true.
Wrong. He's not fucking wrong.
That is true.
That's PR.
That's the one thing he said that's probably the truest.
Well, because it's PR, right? Like, does Twitch really want to get involved in a situation where they ban this one guy and then it becomes Twitch streamer is involved in XXX, right?
Well,
yeah, I mean, I can see why they wouldn't want to fucking do it, but also, like, I also see why he's right. Like, if somebody accuses somebody else of fucking misgendering, fucking, yeah, like, we've seen Twitch make those fucking decisions before.
Well, what is taking anybody's channel away really going to do? Like, I don't really get why he's going to, like, call the fucking
that didn't
cops.
stop fucking, what's his name, right? The
Frank
guy
Castle, I don't even know he has
yeah,
a
it didn't
fucking
stop him.
channel.
Yeah. Well, I think his channel had been banned even before the fucking boogie thing, right?
That's what I'm saying. Dude, I think they would make them more nuts if they lost their fucking channel on this guy.
Yeah. It
So
would.
that's what I don't get what his point is here. This is what I'm trying to say.
I think the thing is, it would make him feel better, but like it wouldn't actually do anything. So
no, exactly. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I mean, I think his whole point is just that obviously, which is something we already know. You know, these platforms, they're selective in how they enforce the rules. That's all he's saying. I mean, that's really his point, I guess, is that they're selective with what rules they enforce.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep going though. We're almost done
with. So stupid. So I'm gonna go to my doctor's now, and I'm gonna try to have a normal day and relax, and I don't know. I guess sit around and see if I'm gonna get sued for slander, according to Twitter of all things. And enjoy all of these clips of 8 Thoughts being a very naughty boy. Also, his admin Blue, because it's kind of a group deal. You get both together is how this works. So. Yeah, if you did enjoy, I guess you could subscribe, but this would be a weird video to sub for. Drifter out.
Actually really did show up to Drifter's house, and the YouTuber 8 Thoughts live streamed this on Twitch, 2,000 viewers. So there was a lot of people watching this live, and the police actually ended up detaining him. Just watch this.
I don't think he even knows that I'm outside. Like,
are you really at his house? Are you really at his house?
That's his house right there, dude.
He's at Drifter's house. This dude is at Drifter's house. Holy shit, bro. You're going to get arrested as a word on the street. Thanks for the subs. Appreciate it. Mr. Brinsky, what's up, buddy? 20 months. Blue silent.
There's a cop here. There's a cop here.
There's a cop there. He called the cops on you. Oh, shit.
Yeah, there's a cop. Dude,
there's a cop at Drifter's house. He's going to get
arrested.
Blue,
run.
Wait,
run,
motherfucker. He's driving up. Hold on. He's driving up.
No. Oh, the spotlight. I see the spotlight's on you. Oh, dude, you're going to jail. Oh, no.
Sayonara.
Oh, my God. They called you out.
How's it going,
for
man?
you, dog.
Hey, Officer Brantley, Final Police Department.
Nice to meet you, man.
What you up to, my man?
No, man, I'm just chilling.
You're just chilling?
Yeah.
Hey, we got a call about you that you were over streaming somebody's house.
Yeah, and look, man, like, this dude, I just wanted to come over here and, like, I just wanted to apologize to him and all that. Look, I got to also inform you, I do have a gun in my center console, but, look.
Is it registered to you?
Well, you don't have to register a gun in the...
I'm just asking you a question.
Yeah, no, it's not registered.
No! Keep it rolling. Keep it filming.
Hey, I mean, does that really sound like he's against?
Keep it rolling
on there. Yeah, like
you heard that, right? Keep it rolling.
Yeah, I mean, we all know what happens here. He gets arrested. Okay. I want to highlight just a couple quick things. This is from 8 Thoughts Twitter account, right? Let me pull this up really quick. So, 8 Thoughts said, when a guy has to start with a legal disclaimer so he doesn't catch a case, and then proceeds to say, I didn't do anything actually, it was Blue, then tells the video 8 Thoughts is the one who did it all. It's sus. I'm not responsible for other adults' actions. I mean, like, That's the problem with him, right? You're in like he says he got more evidence. I want to see it, right? But 8 Thoughts is in the fucking suicide prank phone call, right? And in the call, he goes, "Oh, I don't want to be on stream. I'll message you though." He didn't say fucking stop. He didn't say knock it off. He always says, "Oh, I don't want to be here, but I'm gonna message you." Like, dude. And when he I'm just saying, like, man, that you want to talk about looking fucking sus? That would be looking very fucking sus. Beyond,
No, just that.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at this, right? You're at his house. You know what he could have said? Yo, bro, you need to get the fuck out of there. You need to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have.
Instead, he's like, "Oh, he's at his house." Like, yeah, man. Like, Seagull says, "Thank you for a super chat." He definitely sounds like a normal person about to witness someone saying sorry. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, there was that tweet. I look at that and just go like I'm not saying he's responsible for anything Blue does, right? But Blue is his admin. Blue is his contact. This shit started over 8 Thoughts, and 8 Thoughts is clearly encouraging the fucking behavior, right?
Yeah.
Legally, I'm not going to say he's responsible. Morally, the dude can get fucked. Like, morally, the dude can get fucked. All right, so we got another tweet from him. This is a little bit of back and forth going on. I was going to play this one part, though. "No whining here. I took care of things like a professional. For example, when Blue was at my house with a gun and 8 Thoughts was streaming it, I watched him the entire time down the sights of my AR-15. I could have headshotted him anytime. However, my neighbor's house was on the other side." I think he's trying to sound a little bit tougher than he actually needs to, just for one.
Yeah.
But also, yes, Blue was at his house. Blue did have a gun. And if he got out of the car and at any point had that gun, I would not have given 2 shits if Drift0r actually shot him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was saying earlier. I mean, what would have happened? What would have happened, right? If the cops hadn't showed up and this guy had approached freaking Drift0r's door, and Drift0r came to the door and freaking shot him, and this is all being live streamed
with a fucking shotgun, dog. Like fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got his AR-15.
But I got to point this out, right?
Like he didn't dissuade Blue from doing any of this stuff. And what if Blue would have gotten hurt? You know what I mean?
He says that he told Blue don't, and I'm just going like, yeah,
No,
but you're also
don't.
telling him to keep rolling, and you're laughing your ass off when he pulls up to the guy's house, right?
Yeah.
Like
that's what I'm saying. It's more of like, no, don't do it.
know. It's like, dude, I'm not telling you.
He didn't even tell him to run from the fucking cops. Like, run, bitch, run!
Yeah.
Like, fucking,
I was like, dude, just tell him to get the fuck out of there and to fucking knock it out. Like, why would you even put that on your fucking live stream, right? Why? Like, fucking why? I'm just saying, like, you knew what you were fucking doing. Legally, I can't hold you responsible. Morally, I can say you knew what you were fucking doing. You can get fucked. And like anyone going like, well, like, yeah, shut up, dude, man. 8 Thoughts knew what was fucking going on.
Look, the fairest thing to say, I think, is that at the very least, freaking 8 Thoughts actions emboldened Blue and encouraged him to a degree.
Yeah.
At the very least. Sure, he's not legally responsible for what Blue does and all that. That's, but he basically egged them on. Especially, look, if he told, and I don't know, I don't know if the video is even up anymore. I'm pretty sure somebody, probably Mira, uploaded it. Was there ever a point where he told Blue, "Hey, I'm live streaming this to my audience"? I mean, I would assume that Blue knew, probably had to know, but was there a point where he told him, like, "Hey, look, I'm streaming this right now"?
Yeah, that I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, because again, that's people like to do stuff in front of an audience too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that could be very motivating. So,
I'm just saying, like, there's that excuse doesn't cut it in the situation he's in with that stream, right? But like, again, there were a lot of claims that Drift0r made. Drift0r has to back him up. He says he's got the proof. He has to back it up. That's all I'm going to say beyond that. But like, from what I've seen so far, from what I've seen from 8 Thoughts so far, just being in that fucking suicide prank call, right?
Yeah.
That's enough for me. That's enough for me to
That's
fucking
disgusting.
say this guy's a fucking piece of shit.
Well, it's disgusting. I
On
mean,
so
look,
many fucking levels.
I mean, you're basically you're wasting somebody's time on something, right? When that person could actually be helping somebody that needs help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, despite that, like, it's just generally a waste of fucking resources. It's just a waste of everything, and like, I don't know. I feel like it's a mockery to the
It's
people who like fucking
stupid.
call in.
It's
Yeah.
really stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It is. It's disrespectful. It's just, and that's the thing. It's just like,
I'm biased though.
look, if this guy,
My dad's a veteran, so I'm biased as shit.
yeah, no, but mine's too. Mine's too,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying. It's just like it's messed up. And the
Yeah.
thing is, look, if this guy has a form of cancer that he struggles with, I don't know to what degree. I mean, I would think not. Then again, I don't know, right? I don't know. Maybe some days are better for him than others. I don't know. I can't say either way. Supposedly he does. You would think you would prioritize on some other things a little bit more than just fucking this edgy shit, right? This edgy boy nonsense. Because he's a grown ass man, and doesn't he have kids also?
No, he
Thought I'd
doesn't.
heard that.
He
He doesn't.
No,
Oh, he doesn't. Okay, so he's just married.
Yeah.
He's just married. Okay, all right. Well, but even still, like, you're a grown man, and if you're struggling with something, I mean, why don't you adapt to the platform and do something else?
Well, yeah. Well, just being honest, right? Like, YouTube doesn't like that shit. I don't. To be honest, there's going to be a point in time where they're not going to want like shit like our show here anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hopefully,
the way
not.
it's going, yeah. It's
Thank
the
you.
way
Thank you,
YouTube's
Condor.
going. No, I'm saying
Yeah.
the way YouTube's going. I mean, it commentary is probably going to be something that's eventually going to be phased out of this platform. It's true. Just
They barely like talking about sensitive subjects, man. Like the Sophie situation. Remember that? They did not like that. It's like any kind of fucking allegation subject. They hate that. Like, so.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's just like, especially nowadays, I'm genuinely surprised that 8 Thoughts is still around, because I remember when this shit went down, right? This video that you just showed, Crow, with the whole freaking them pulling up the Drifter's house. It's like, holy shit. There's people that have been yeeted for less,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. People have survived strange shit. Logan Paul survived, but he's Logan Paul.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Well, it
So
brings
it's
him
just like-
money.
Yes.
It brings him money for YouTube and Twitch.
There you go.
So that those 2,000
selective, yeah.
viewers that Drifter was talking about on his stream, I'm sure they subbed, and I'm sure they probably donated. So Twitch also gets a cut from that. And technically, content is content, and just like any publicity is good publicity. Sadly,
Good one, yeah, definitely, Condor. Agreed. Condor, when are you gonna make? Where's your content at, man? Where can we find your content?
It's going to be happening very, very soon. I was so burnt out with all the drama that was happening with David Dobrik and all of that it burnt me out pretty quickly after going through multiple different articles. And
oh yeah, dude, yeah.
Hold on, I got a question for Condor. Condor,
yes,
you ever seen The Office?
Yes, I have.
Doesn't David Dobrik look like fucking Jim from The Office?
A little. If he had maybe his hair cut a little bit shorter, and if he dressed up like Dwight on that one episode, I could definitely see it.
I'm so sick of hearing about Jim from the fucking Office. Every time fucking anything happens with David Dobrik, this guy shows up. Jim from The Office is at it again. I'm like, oh my God. So fucking tired of hearing it. John and I talk more than like I think everyone thinks, because we're like local. So we'll like hang out, and I got to hear about Jim from the fucking Office.
I just need to know. I just need to hear.
Well,
it. I knew it would have known you were, sir.
No, yeah, Condor. If you want, I don't know if you're ready for this yet, but you honestly throw a link to your channel in the into the chat so people can find it.
Yeah. I'll do.
Because I've been waiting. I've been waiting,
dude. We're gonna be doing an introduction type of like podcast, and then we're gonna. We might take little bits and pieces from like the Augie podcast, not like the toxic environment, but but more about like the news and all that different types of things, and like just almost talk about like whatever we feel like is like very necessary to be talked about, like through YouTube and all of that.
And it's you and the council collectively, correct? Or is it
Yes.
just you? Okay.
I think we're going to start uploading on my channel, and then we're going to possibly create a like community channel that the council can access.
That's a great idea.
But it's going to be a pretty interesting type of I guess channel, and the content hopefully isn't going to turn into toxic stuff like what 8 Thoughts is doing, but it's going to be interesting.
I trust you, Condor, not to do the shit that fucking 8 Thoughts is doing.
I think Condor has a way better head on his shoulders, to be honest.
Motherfucker, Sen has a better head on his shoulders. Than
Hell yeah, bro.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Are you sure?
Holy shit, man.
Are you sure? Are you sure? I said I gonna come out there with a shotgun and fucking blast everybody away.
I 100. Okay. We saved it for the end. John Swan.
Oh no!
him getting freaking that. So that really was him. That wasn't
that was him, and he's a fucking idiot.
That was the legitimate John Swan.
Fucking
See, I wasn't sure
about how people held him on a fucking pedestal. And
just like,
well, to be fair, I saw the tweet. He did say, "Don't hold, YouTubers." He didn't say himself, although it's pretty obvious what we can read between the lines. We can read between the lines. And see what he was doing there. And yeah, he collectively got
Do you need the tweet? Do you need the tweet?
Blacks immediately called him out.
Put up the tweet.
Here. Let me get the fucking tweet.
Let me, because it's been deleted because he shut his
I
account
have it.
down
I
after
have
getting
it.
called
Hold on
out.
1 second. Let me find the fucking thing. Let me look at this. Got the fucking tweet.
You're going through the files on top of files, like Keepstar, I see.
Yeah, I'm getting that tweet. Fuck, it's the most stupidest fucking thing. You know when the best time to tell people?
I got it.
You got it. Good. Stupid fucking tweet. Get that stupid shit.
Okay. All for you. Don't hold YouTubers on a pedestal. I remember how people used to idolize me when I was up and coming. That felt a bit weird back then. Now everyone finds out I'm not perfect, and everyone feels like I personally betrayed them. Like,
what a bad type of tweet. How? I mean, what are you thinking?
He did personally betray his friend, didn't he? Like that is personal, right?
Yeah, but like, come on. He's not perfect, guys.
Well, you want to know what he said? Oh, I feel. Well, no, you fucking didn't. Every time people used to like worship you and suck your dick, you would be Ratio. Ratio. You fucking piece of shit. Fuck you.
Guys,
you should have said that pedestal shit when you were fucking relevant. You fucking moron.
He's
Go
not
ahead.
perfect. Come on.
No fucking shit.
He's not perfect.
Yeah, man.
Jesus. He told.
I feel like
it's everybody else's fault for holding him on a pedestal. They should have known that he wasn't perfect.
Condor, I feel like this man is so fucking manipulative. It pisses me off.
Can we just have 8 Thoughts crew or whatever? Crew. Like just go after John Swan or whatever. Like just let them fight it out. Let them tucker themselves out.
You
like
should, yeah.
So I guess there was a Discord message or something where he's like, people think I deleted my Twitter account because I got called out by John Swan and by
Blacks on Twitter and Tipster.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, that's exactly why you did it, you cowardly little bitch. Like, fuck, man. Anyways, guys, that's it for the stream tonight. I want to say special thank you to Condor Commentary for showing up
and
explaining to us the lore of 8 Thoughts. That was really awesome. I think we're all looking forward to the Bird Council's new commentary on Condor Commentary's channel.
I'm excited.
It should be really good. It should be. But again, a special, super awesome thank you to Let's Complain, Sarcastic Seer, Noxin the Pessimistic, Seagull Says, Carson Speaks, Condor Commentary, Windows 10, Danny Claw, Latchkey Gothboy, Jazz Rugby, Thieves Z, Warren Corruption LLC, Zvez Windrunner, Omegon, and Alpha Russ Official for being YouTube channel members. And a special thanks to Charles LaForest, Seth Rogan, Boring Stereotype, Monica S, Turtle, Geeky Pixie, Steve DeLive, Julian Cyan, Dagger, Ali, Katie, Lauren S, Ravenous Hound, Chris Anonymous, Zio Returns, Origami Moria, and Brother Nero for supporting us on Patreon. You guys are amazing. Patreon link is in the description below. If you want to support us on YouTube, just click become a member on the channel. And we will see you here on Wednesday. This shit was hilarious.
Did you hear that Carson got doxxed?
What?
Oh my god!
I saw that you retweeted that, Aura. That was pretty insane.
Okay,
You have
guys,
to make a
guys,
video, Crow.